is continuing to grow, we posted a job on LinkedIn to quickly find a lead recruiter. We wanted to find someone who had 5 years of HR experience.
I was thinking about that just the other day.
I don't like that.
Yeah, but I kept all the tax marks.
There's a lot of shit going on.
Like what?
No, I mean just
No, I mean
in general, the entire
So we found both
company
of them are
is
Nevada,
they're
or
going
that
through a
be.
lot.
okay.
No, but that's okay, because you're going downhill from yours.
I was thinking about this morning.
There are some there, we just redid a house.
That's when I knew she was the best person to help grow my business.
A person is hired with LinkedIn every 8 seconds. Post a job at linkedin.com/today and get $50 off your first job post. That's linkedin.com/today for $50 off. Terms and conditions apply.
KHOW News Time, 10:03.
The Colorado Marijuana Enforcement Division could finalize rules to ban certain vaping products today.
The changes include banning certain ingredients.
Probably was coming out of the building and then going out. Give me like 35 people. I'm thinking
Is containing the product would then need to have a warning noting that it was not approved by the FDA. More than 1,000 people have become sick from a vaping-related illness in the U.S. 9 of those cases were in Colorado.
It's a short week for the Denver Broncos after a 16-0 victory over the Titans on Sunday. Defensive end Derek Wolfe says he'll be ready for Thursday night's game against the Chiefs in Denver. But what exactly is the game plan?
Just email them
And a blast of rock to get a deep enough thing for the septic, so it's always a pain in the ass. You'll be so glad you hooked up on sewer.
Look, it's the same goddamn thing when it comes to like those who talk. I mean, it's like they have an official, they have official spokespeople.
15 years ago,
It seems like, you know, this is our official spokesperson, like it or not.
Who? Oh, we use that.
Yeah, plus all the rest.
Although the new
They
one
get
is going to
full,
be probably.
Saturated.
Well, part of the problem is,
You know, he wasn't there at the last deal.
What, are you shitting me?
So I've got asphalt
The new
over
guy
so it can't really
was not Dave.
Oh.
I wonder if that was
He's probably pissed.
purpose.
That I'm sure of.
Well,
Once I
didn't
get over-
Jeremy
once I get
say he
over
was going to
cost
be
is gonna
pissed?
But cost is going to be the cost.
Yeah, we've got the approved hub.
But no one talked. There was
We
no.
actually looked on ourselves. We
there
did
was
one.
no
We did
talking.
2 in Arvada and 2 at the airport. From Adams County Airport.
BCC man, what you said,
One would be.
I can't. I didn't hear you, dear.
Colfax Avenue.
It's commercial, but how you guys been?
Good. How about you?
Busy. Always busy. Taking on more now.
Busy's always good.
I'm gonna start buying houses in Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
My son has they allow a thing called a paralegal business in Arizona, where these paralegal things can do a lot of simple stuff that attorneys would do. And what they've ended up doing, the majority of is probate.
By now, I should be.
I guess every day somebody shows up at a closing and doesn't own the property. Somebody's died, like, you know, 2 husband and wife, one of them died and it never got probated to him. Or grandma and grandpa died, kids just moved in, you know, whatever. And they go to closing and they find out that they're not really the legal owner. And they used to have to stop, an attorney would take about 3 months and $6,000 to get it all straightened out.
Right.
They can do it for $1,600 in 2 hours.
Wow.
They have an approval with the state to do this. They go into the thing, get to closing, get everything signed, run to the courthouse, have a judge signing in his chambers, and then they run over and record it, get the new thing recorded.
Yup, over and got fucking smacked.
Closing.
Wow.
Interesting.
Well,
I guess if you're going to have that type of a business, Arizona's not a bad place to do it.
Well, the
A
odd
lot
thing,
of retirees there.
Especially this time of year.
the problem is a lot of retirees go there and die.
Right.
The kids live in Des Moines, Iowa. He's a hoarder. They go down and look at this mess.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere. We are solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints, and making your life a little easier. This hour brought to you by Panacea Life, CBD products that work. You want to order? HelpMyPainCBD.com. I'm telling you, I blow people's minds are blown. And here's the problem. With any industry, folks, the fakers make it bad for the real people because you're inundated by fake CBD stuff. But this is the real deal, panacealife.com or helpmypaincbd.com. Let's talk about your pain. It may not be physical pain. You may have a problem, a question or complaint. You may just want to know how to do something. Well, let's just say we have all kinds of experts on a referral list for all kinds of things. Joyce needs an expert. Joyce wants to contest a will, I think, or she wants to know about contesting a will. This is just one of the many things we talk about. In fact, I can't think of anything we don't talk about. Can you think of anything we don't talk about? Politics, yeah. As far as the actual politics, we talk about policy as it affects the consumer. And speaking of which, no matter how you feel about Obamacare or Affordable Care Act, which is really an oxymoron, but no matter how you feel, open enrollment starts November 1st. You better be ready because you got to pick a plan that will not cover you and charge you more. Okay, Joyce, what's going on with you, Joyce? Let's talk about this. And I'm going to bring up an expert to listen to this. This is Blake Harris, Mile High Estate Planning. Blake Harris is an attorney who specializes in all kinds of stuff like that. So let's talk about this, Joyce. What's going on?
Okay, my husband and his father weren't talking for a while. And he was in a nursing home, and he talked to his nurse and had his nurse look for him and rekindle with my husband. So they got back together, and my husband was
now. Who got back together? Who got back together?
My husband and his father.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so they rekindled, and his father was having him work on his house and get his house ready to go ahead and sell it. And he was telling him that he was going to change his will and put him in his will. And he even told the nurse this, that he wanted to get back with his son and put him in his will.
And prior to this, did he have a will?
Yes.
Okay. So in the will prior to this, before they reconciled, was he out of the will?
Yes.
What size of an estate are we talking about?
It's a pretty good size, I would say.
$1 million?
Probably, yeah.
If you take all the debts and all the assets, just roughly, and you subtract the assets from the debt from the assets, you come up with about $1 million to the good?
Yeah, if not a little bit more.
Okay. So now, how long were they reconciled?
Well, they would do emails before then. They would email each other.
But how long did they have things on the mend?
The nurse just finally got a hold of my husband maybe a little over a month ago.
No, Joyce, what I mean is, when did your husband start communicating with his dad again?
A little over a month ago.
Oh, only a month ago. And how long have they been on the outs?
I'm not for sure exactly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So they were on the outs, then reconciled 1 month ago. And what happened? Did he change the will?
He didn't get a chance to.
Wait, he died?
He passed away.
When did he die?
October 11th.
So just a few days ago. So you mean to tell me in the month that your husband reconciled with his dad, the dad died, and the dad died with a will intact that left him out, but his intent was to include his son?
Yes.
Now, you understand, Joyce. Now, this is not a judgment on you or him. I don't know you guys from Adam. This sounds like a bunch of phony baloney. This sounds like, okay, my dad and I never got along. He died. Who's gonna dispute it? I'm back in his graces. He's going to change the will. I mean, this sounds complicated to me now. Was the will read yet? Was the will read yet?
No.
It hasn't been even read. And so you want to know how to contest a will if you're going to have to do that, because you don't know for sure if he changed his will or not, do you?
No.
What other heirs might be around? Does he have brothers and sisters, your husband?
Yes, he does. He has a few brothers, but we already know that the one brother who's supposed to, he was supposed to get everything, I guess, from my understanding.
Was this man ever married?
Yes.
And where's the wife?
and she passed away.
Okay, so listen, Joyce, what do you think, or what does your husband think the dad wanted to do? Does the husband think the dad wanted to take the son that was getting everything and transfer everything to him, or does he think he wanted to divide it by 3, or what? What do you think he wanted to do?
I think he wanted to divide it.
Okay, by what? By 3?
I don't know. Maybe half.
See, this is the problem. Do you hear what you're saying? So basically, you're going to go into the judge and say, you know, Your Honor, this is what I think he wanted. You know what? He didn't want that guy to get everything. He wanted me to get everything. No. He wanted the 2 of us to get it. No, he wanted the 3 of us. What I'm getting at is, this is where, for those listening, this becomes very. Oh, are there only 2 boys? Is that what it is?
That's talking to him, yes.
Oh, so see now, you're just acing the other guy out altogether. How do you know they weren't talking privately like your husband was? Now, Joyce, there's a reason I'm having this conversation with you, because it's not a walk in the park. You don't just get to go in there in a candy store and say, let's see, the other son was not talking to dad. My husband started talking to him last week or last month. So you know what? I think instead of all going to 1, he wants to divide it by 2, but he still wants to ace out number 3. Okay, this is what we're talking about. Blake Harris, attorney at law. What do you do when you have a story like this? If he walks into your office and says, I reconciled with my dad a month ago, and can you figure out he died before he could change the will? What would you say, Blake? Would you think to yourself, oh, yeah, this is a slam dunk?
No, Tom, you hit it right on the head, right on the nail. It is going to be an uphill battle. But there are some other questions I'd like to ask. One is, Joyce, was there any note that the father wrote? Colorado does allow for the use of a holographic will. So if the father wrote a note to his son that says, I know we've been out of touch for a long time, but I still want you to receive a third of my estate, that could be enough that we could get your husband his share of the estate. Was there any handwritten note that you father-in-law might have?
Any note, whether it was email, text, or anything, is there any evidence of his intention, Joyce?
No, the only evidence that we have is the nurse.
And how much is she going to get?
She's not getting anything.
Well, you know what? That's a wink-wink. You see what I'm saying? The nurse. So what will the nurse testify?
What?
I can jump in right now.
All right, hold on. Who wants to jump in? Blake?
I can tell you right now that the nurse's testimony is not going to have any say on what the judge decides.
Okay, thank you.
Hearsay.
Yeah.
One legal lesson to remember is what was said never happened. And so the nurse's testimony is not going to be any help. The other angle that you could try to attack this from, and certainly not a slam dunk, is simply talk to the siblings and see if maybe they'll have a sympathetic heart and out of generosity will decide to include your brother.
Yes. Now, does the other brother, let's talk the brother who's getting everything, does he know that your husband was talking to dad?
Yes, and he was very upset about it.
Well, you mean they're upset that the good son is upset because the prodigal son returned?
Yeah, he didn't want
to share.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a battle.
Yeah.
And guess what? I'm just going to look in my crystal ball, of which I don't believe in. I'm going to say never. I don't see a prayer. But Blake, what do you think? Seriously.
Well, Tom, there's still one prayer, and that's that the underlying will that he has already written, where he wrote out Joyce's husband, could be contested. If father was sick for a while, then maybe the underlying will that the other brother is trying to probate could be contested, in which case the default intestacy laws.
But on what grounds would it be contested? On what grounds?
Was the father sick for a while? Did he have any diminished capacity?
Okay, but what if he was sick for a while, but when he did his will, he wasn't sick?
Then he would have clear capacity. But I'm trying to represent Joyce and put up an argument.
That's what I like. Yes.
That this one brother was the only one who had any access to the father. He was putting undue influence on the father. He was preventing other brothers from trying to see the father, and he ultimately forced the father into changing a will in a way that the other brother would have disadvantaged the other brother against the true intent of the father.
So you see, it's going to be a bit of a battle. But did you have, Joyce, because I never actually let you ask a specific question. Do you have one? You have an attorney here, a very esteemed estate attorney who will answer your questions. Do you have any?
I don't know what to do. I'm lost and...
All right, let's just quickly, I'm going to take the other calls too. Hold on. Let's just quickly go step 1, 2, and 3, okay? Not that it'll work or not, but let's do that. I'm Tom Martino.
Pros like you start with Lowe's to find what
we do what's called a soft. It works way better. We've been getting way more action. And it's a soft intro. I don't say, and with us today, blah, blah, blah. Because I'll tell you why. I don't want people to think, oh, shit, commercial. So we have a question or an email, and then all of a sudden you're here and answering it. It's cool. The way it works is cool. You'll like it. All right?
Right.
What am I... Simply Floors short. Simply Floors Inc. has the holiday rush on simplyfloorsinc.com. Now, Simply Floors is a small company that's big. What I mean is, husband and wife, Buddy Mitchell and his wonderful wife, they got together at 52nd Ward and said, you know what? Let's do floor coverings, all the major floor coverings, but let's cut profit. We'll still make money, but pass savings on to consumers. And you save 20, 30, 40, or 50. And during this special rush, they put an extra 5% discount on everything, plus low-cost financing. That's simplyfloorsinc.com.
Hey, Tom, I don't know if this holds true in Colorado, but in New Mexico, we were told by an attorney down there, it was handled well from Judy's brother.
Yes.
That all the kids need to be included in the will.
No, that's not true.
$10.
Not true.
Because
that's a myth.
Yeah.
And it's a myth in New Mexico too. People say you must at least $1 or $10.
Yeah.
So they can't say it was inadvertent.
Yeah.
It was an omission by. That is a myth.
So it helps keep it from being contested.
It absolutely does. It helps keep it from being that, but there's no requirement.
No. You just said it.
It absolutely does, because here can say, oh no, I didn't forget you.
Yeah.
But normally it's not done with kids, because most of the time people don't forget their kids. It's done like when you have a caretaker or someone or someone you're really close to, or you're living with. You have a woman that you're dating, and you make it very clear. No, I didn't forget. I'm leaving you $10 or $100.
Yeah, that helps with.
It does help with clarification. Yeah.
I know it's not a slam dunk, but.
Oh, and it's not a law either.
Yeah.
But I asked, our other guy. I'm going to ask this guy about it. That's a good question. You know what? Is that a myth or not?
The attorney
That's
down
a
there
good
told
question.
us to do it that way, and we did. And
well, it won't hurt, would it?
Yeah.
Because you could say, hey, we didn't forget shit.
Yeah, but I
get your greedy ass out of here.
That's what this sounds like, a greedy ass wife.
Yeah. I was just telling Dan.
You know what? I don't even think they fucking reconciled, do you?
I don't know.
A month earlier? Come on.
I don't know. It sounds awful suspicious.
It sure does.
My dad wanted to reconcile with everybody, and all the kids went to his deathbed except me, and I wouldn't go. Fuck you. I'm sorry, I should have. It's not a very Christian thing, but I didn't want to go.
Depends on how cruel he was.
Well, he wasn't cruel. He was just not there. I didn't really know the man.
Oh.
I didn't give a shit about his money.
Make sure you understand what I just emailed you about that company.
Kids will sure fight over a will.
Oh, God.
What's that?
Kids will sure fight over a will.
Oh, that brings out the worst in people.
Sure does.
I just spent 4 hours with Salisbury yesterday. David Salisbury helped me get my dad's estate, his trust and will straightened out.
You can cross out Mile High estate planning.
Especially
you said that already, right? And I'm going to put his number out. Thanks.
Well, he had a trust and stuff
oh wait,
done wrong.
He has 2 of them. I guess we could do.
He lives here.
We should do one
he
of
lives
them,
here
right?
half the year, and he lives in Phoenix half the year. But he votes here.
You know what?
Cars and license.
No, you're right. You're right. And I'm going to keep him on again. So yes.
So he's registered here. So but it's a trust.
So I'm marking them both.
In Arizona, which they don't recognize. So that was screwed up. And plus, I don't know. There's so much screwed up. It took us 4 hours.
I'll tell you what, parents don't have to leave everything the same, but if they don't, you pretty much are going to...
How's things going, Ted?
Generally pretty good.
Listen, we had a lot of people ask questions, which tells me they didn't really understand. And I did get across the value, I believe. But how is that going with the color upgrade? Did that spark anything, or It did. Because I try to explain, look, you get them white, you can paint them. It's never going to work that well. When they do it at the factory, and this is a process that costs money, and they're not charging anything for this month.
Yeah, it's a strange little notion, but it worked really well last year, and it seems to be sparking some interest this year.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Percentage, so he has, incentive. And so last night I was trying to buy a dump truck in Phoenix.
Well, you know about Cox's job.
You're gonna have to have someone to look at it.
Is that the one that you just John just emailed about?
Zuzu, capital dump truck.
Sean.
So it's down there. So when we go down
Oh, so this is our new thing, guys?
That's for just the balance of this month.
Oh, because this other one only goes to the 20th.
Correct.
And my dad,
Are you going to do something different for December?
For December, yes, we will.
So this is 10 days only, basically.
That's it. It's a Martino special for the balance of the month.
I tell you what.
Wait a minute.
But I can't announce it today. Can I?
Sure, because it's part of all three of these promos are running.
Okay.
So all I'm doing is adding a little extra to sweeten the pot if they mention you. So we have running right now. So on air here we have the free color.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Frank Duran, the real estate man. Who do you go for real estate, whether you're buying or selling? No one else. Well, I shouldn't say no one else. There are good people out there. They really are, okay? So Frank Duran is my number one choice. I've referred him to people. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. And all of his team, they're all wonderful. Marcy and Michael and all of them. I don't mean to leave anyone out, but they're good people. Remax Alliance, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Okay, so listen to this. When a will is contested, what happens? What are the steps? Okay, let's just go through the action steps. Joyce wants to know, what do you do if you think your son was left out because of prior bad feelings, but they have since reconciled and the dad didn't get around to changing the will? So, Blake, I'm sitting in your office. Blake, I want to contest this will. Me and my dad, we got together. We mended fences. Now he dies, and he forgot or didn't get a chance to change his will. What do I do, Blake? 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so we're not going to be able to attack this from what your father wanted to do. I'm not going to be able to stand in front of a judge and say that the hopes, the intentions of a person, which we have no writing for, is something that we should go by.
Attorney at law, by the way. Attorney at law, Blake Harris with Mile High Estate Planning. Okay, Blake, keep going.
Right. You will not find an attorney who will you will not find an attorney who's going to go in front of a judge and make that argument.
Yeah, okay.
Pro se you can do that.
All right.
What I would say is let's try to attack the underlying will. That's going to be our best angle to try to get your husband some money.
So you file a motion. What do you do?
Yes. Well, first you file into the case, and depending on where the case is, whether or not the probate has already begun, then you can say that you object to the will, and the court will set a hearing on that will. Before the hearing, you may want to do some discovery, request medical records.
Well, first get the will and make sure he was out of the will. You know, some parents threaten but don't actually do it, or he may have changed it.
Yes. I mean, certainly before we try to contest the will, we want to make sure it's a will that we actually have a problem with. Once we get the court hearing set, then we can do some discovery and look into the situation that was going on when the father made the will, which supposedly disinherited Joyce's husband.
Okay.
Based on that information, then that we receive in discovery, I would make one of three recommendations. One is that we withdraw our case. Two is that we go forward and try to have the will invalidated. Or three is that we suggest some type of settlement. Maybe your husband is not going to get his 50% share or his third share, but maybe we could just say, you know what, give us some money and we're not going to make you pay the cost to defend this case. It's a little bit of a gamble if you go all the way to court and you risk having a judgment found in favor of the opposing party, and then you could get caught paying their attorney fees.
Blake, give me one thing that you would see in a will, or one fact that would make you think it's disputable. One thing.
Well, it depends on, first of all, I always look to how it was signed. Was it properly executed? Often it's not. Was it properly notarized? Those are some things.
Does it have to be notarized?
In the state of Colorado, not necessarily. You can actually either have 2 witnesses or a notary. Best practice is probably to have all of them. Another big mistake, and this one could be what changes, is that a disinherited child must be named in the will. So if you have 3 children, you only want...
wait a minute. We were talking about this. Is this a law?
This is the law. What happens is I have clients come in and they say I have 3 children, A, B, and C. I want to leave my money just to A and B.
Deputy Clint was just talking about this. I told him it was a myth. It's not a myth.
It is not a myth. If you do not include a child in the will, then that child can come back and take their intestate share, their share as though.
So what do? You name them and say, I leave you nothing, or do you leave the dollar or whatever?
You do not leave a dollar, because if you leave a dollar, then they can slow down the process by not cashing that $1 check. It's much better just to leave nothing. Or if you're going to leave a small sum.
Oh, this is so interesting. So offline, when we were offline, we're still on broadband. So we're on YouTube and Facebook. And also on other, I'm just saying this for a reason, because during the break I said, that's a myth. There's no law to that effect. And I said, I'm going to ask Blake about it. Before I could ask you, you already told us, you must, if it's a child of yours. Now, how far does that go? Does that go to stepchildren and whatever? What does it go to?
Anyone who would have the right to receive under intestacy. So
even like your siblings or your ex-wives, stuff like that?
Well, ex-wives don't get to receive anything. As far as your siblings go, if you don't have any children, and you don't have any parents, the siblings would be next in line. So then I would name the siblings and say that the siblings are not to receive if you don't want your siblings to.
And of course, this is why we have an attorney to do this.
Yes. These will contests are very complicated matters, something that I definitely recommend hiring an attorney for.
All right. Now, I'm going to give the number out, Joyce. And Suzanne, maybe you can make sure she gets that number. This is Mile High Estate Planning. We were talking to Blake Harris. Man, I'll tell you, he runs a good firm. And he and his associates will help you. Of course, he handles every single case. 720-924-6171. Now, don't wait for probate. You can get wills and trusts ahead of time. 720-924-6171. And thank you. Now, this is really weird. Celia from yesterday. Now, I forget what we were going to do on that, Suzanne. What we were going to – why is she back? Did we have a follow-up that Mark wanted to do?
She was told to call back, Tom.
Oh, here's why. I believe – we're going to talk to the place to see if the wheelchair is available, because they said they confiscated everything, cleaned everything. So we'll have to wait for Mark to get back in the studio for that. Kyle, however, wants to talk about a mental health facility. Go ahead, Kyle. What's happening?
Hey, Tom. So my wife, she deals with depression, and we had our daughter 6 months ago, so she also had postpartum. And she's been dealing with it for years. So she went into a facility called Denver Springs, which was great. They got her meds. They took care of her. They did everything they were supposed to. But recently she was in an intensive outpatient program. She just went back into Denver Springs to do an intake to see about getting back in because she was having more suicidal thoughts. They transferred her to another facility called Centennial Peaks. I wasn't too sure about this place because, for places like this, I look up online, take a look at the ratings, see what people have said about them, and I was kind of iffy about it.
Why did they send her? Why did they send her to Centennial Peak? Did they say they could better handle this particular problem?
No beds. They didn't have any beds available. They sent her where a bed was available.
Okay.
But she called me she called me throughout the day yesterday. She was having some problems. She wasn't getting her meds. She hadn't had her meds since the morning before. She didn't take her meds that morning because she had a doctor's appointment and she went straight there. She didn't get any medication for her depression. She takes like maybe a dozen different pills.
I get you. Until when?
Until about 8 o'clock last night. She called me.
So how many days total? She missed.
She went about 2 days, 48 hours total without any medication for her depression.
All right,
anxiety.
so where are we going with the story? Because here's the thing. She finally got her meds. Therefore,
I was on the phone with the facility like maybe for hours yesterday trying to figure out what's going on. I kept getting the runaround. She couldn't figure out why she was getting
listen, I don't mean to ask this, but I need to ask, what do you want? I mean, if she's now back on her meds, are you just pissed off they waited 48 hours?
Well, it wasn't that. It's just they wouldn't give them to her. Like I think it was like 11 o'clock.
But you eventually
finally get her pills.
I know you eventually got him to give her pills. So I need to ask, now what? Now what?
It was the fact that they waited until 8 o'clock.
I'm asking. I know. And Kyle, I would be just as pissed, but I'm asking you what we can do to help. Therefore, what?
I just want to get this out there that they're not giving people the care they need. They're not trying to help people.
Well, this is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. If she's on that many meds and they just cold turkey this woman for 48 hours, it's unacceptable. But you have to put in the proper complaints with the proper boards. This is unacceptable. Now, thank goodness nothing happened. And you know, and as far as personal injury or malpractice goes, there are no real losses. There was a 48-hour period. This is ridiculous. Did anyone have an explanation whatsoever?
No. I talked to supervisors. I talked to nurses.
Okay, I want to make sure. Hold on. I need to get the name of this place straight. I'm going to have maybe Deputy Clint just drop a dime and say, look, this is a bad complaint. You should look into it, because they're not going to talk to us about it. So he'll talk to you off the air to get your last name. But, okay, let me get this straight. What's the name of the place that missed? Is it Centennial Peak?
Yeah, Centennial Peaks in Sheridan.
Is it Peak or Peaks?
Peaks.
Plural.
Yes.
Okay. And it's in Sheridan.
Yes.
All right, we got more coming right up. You folks talk to him and just drop a dime and say, look, this sucks. I mean, there's nothing we can really do about it.
She could have killed herself.
I think it's
postpartum
this
depression
thing here.
serious.
All right. I get one side, but then it'll start crackling. I'll wait till it comes in or something. It's
we
fine.
got it.
So you got a question for us?
Yes.
What is it?
It's on color. And I knew we would. Because I always talk about color. I mean, that's the... In fact, this is the commercial I've had most questions about. That's why I asked about it.
You want to handle the color thing?
Pardon?
You want to handle the color thing?
Sure. That's
just real simple shit. Just... And you know why I don't discuss it off the air. It's very simple. I just, no matter what, after all these years, if I talk about something, fix it long. It always, they're less on the air. It's less good. It's less.
Right.
Fix it 24/7. Plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. Man, we're having some weather. It gets cold, then it gets normal, then it gets hot. Cold, normal, hot. And you don't know, should I check the furnace, should I not? There's no reason not to. If you can get in on this new customer special for $39 to have your furnace cleaned and checked and adjusted, now minor adjustments, of course, they're not going to do repairs for $39. $39, they stay there for more than 2 hours in most cases, and they take it apart to the extent they can, take out the blower motor and check every single element of your furnace and give it a clean bill of health with a no breakdown guarantee. And that's fixmyhome.com, and of course the phone number is 720-526-3939 for new customers only. Then of course they always have the standby, which is free second opinions if you're told you need a new furnace or a new water heater or anything of the sort. 720-526-3939.
Excel will give you a full written estimate and make sure the work is done right. In an industry filled with cheats and ripoffs, I'm glad to have a company like Excel to recommend.
So Scott, this window and door thing, I ought to bring this up right now. So do you get a lot of good stuff? Do you keep track of your specials and what works?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, doors do.
Tell me what you think.
Doors do really well. This time of the year, siding starts to take dips a little bit. We're still doing a lot of siding, consultation, but maybe doors are just amazing.
Because don't want that leaking air through there, huh?
The holidays are coming up, and people they want people when they come to their house, their front entryway, and doors in general. This year we have just done. We're Provia's #1 dealer in the Denver market, and I would say we probably.
Dude, should I mention Provia? Will people know that?
They should. I mean, when we run just door specials, we always mention Provia.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And then.
So right now, what you see there is the normal special we have running on our website and in other areas. The 10% or whatever I gave you there is just for you.
You get an extra 10%. Shit, yeah.
Hell yeah. Considering Provia is probably one of the most expensive doors you can put in your home.
I love it. Fuck, I told Stephanie I wish we had siding so I could have it.
Yeah, we just got a new product from them too. We just got a new product from them too. Their new board and batten siding. So
is it made from that too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta put that down, man.
So
now board and batten.
Now board and batten siding, Everlast siding available.
So before it was what? Just sheet?
Just standard, lap siding that you see.
Oh, lap siding.
Yeah.
Wait, what's board and batten?
So board and batten, you've got flat, then you've got the batten, flat, and the batten.
Okay.
You see those real popular back east?
Cool idea. Okay, so the lap siding is normal, of course.
Correct.
Okay, lap siding. Okay.
Hey Scott, your website says 35% off of doors.
Correct.
But it says buy a door this August.
That's why I have a new marketing manager coming.
Do you?
Really, that's unusual. I didn't catch that part. I'll fix that right away.
You want to look at it?
No, I believe you.
What's that?
There's a little disclaimer on the ad on the website that says
board
August
and batten
for the door.
It says buy a door this August, don't pay until 2020.
Oh man, this board and batten, so it's usually vertical, isn't it?
Yeah. Correct.
I love it.
Correct. So I'll have that corrected by the end of the day.
So what does that mean? Is anyone leaving?
Nick is gone.
Yeah, Nick is gone.
He took a job with the healthcare company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's that young guy?
Yeah.
Not that you're not young, Scott.
I am young, man. What the hell? Guess my age.
Guess your age.
70 or 80.
Good man.
I'm right about that.
Good man. You're about 10 years off.
How old are you?
62.
Oh my goodness, so you do look younger. I thought you were just bullshitting or thinking you did. No, really, I would have said 52 for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Very good.
Put hair on him in the last 10 years.
How old are you, man?
Me?
Yeah.
69.
75.
69?
Oh, really? I thought you were at least 75.
Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right. Kyle is upset. We're making a phone call to Centennial Peaks in Sheridan. This sucks, man. I mean, how dare you have somebody in there and cold turkey him for 48 hours? And this question on siding, I said, on Windows, K&H Home Solutions, I keep telling people, now I'm getting some emails saying, what do you mean? Okay, vinyl, if you think of vinyl, what's the first thing you think, right? White, right? Now, you can get vinyl and try to paint it, and it'll never work. Not really. I mean, there are some paints better than others. But if you get that at the factory, it's an additional process. Obviously, they're more expensive windows. And they're having this special until the 20th. The 20th. If you call, make your appointment, you don't have to have it done by the 20th. They're going to do that color upgrade with no extra cost, which means you have like 5 days to call in. Ted, I want to ask something. What is the process? What is it? What is the process for color? Do you know?
Well,
or you can have somebody smarter answer if you want, like Scott. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Scott's your salesman. No, seriously. Do either of you know what is the process?
Absolutely.
What's the process?
So it's a step process similar to.
It's impregnated right through the whole thing.
They actually have to take the vinyl and they have to open up the.
Just
pores
get real close.
They have to take the vinyl and they
Yeah.
have to open up the pores on it to be able to accept a paint, just like sanding a piece of wood.
Sure.
Okay, that's why.
And then it's
homeowners
sealed
can't do it.
completely.
Correct. So what they do is they do a bond on it.
Yeah.
And then they bake it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then they put a coat over the top of that and they rebake it.
Okay.
Okay. So you have a two-step
Now,
process.
and is this finish? Does it have any maintenance to it?
No, it's maintenance free.
That's what I
it's
think.
Good.
Yep.
They warranty the paint finish for 10 years, which is very good on an external product.
Really good. Okay.
Absolutely. And color nowadays is getting to the point where you've got a lot of modern homes being built where black is really popular. People like that hunter green.
Yeah, I want to talk about that in a minute because I have another email on colors, on what's available. We're talking about Everlast siding, by the way, and I love that. I really love that stuff. I jokingly said I wish I had siding because I have stucco. I wish I had siding so I could use it. It really is zero maintenance. Okay, let's talk.
We can put the siding on your house.
You can put it over stucco. Have you ever done that? Seriously, have you ever gone over? If people don't want to maintain or they didn't want to redo the stucco, so they just did it over, can you do that or not?
It's rare. It's
rare,
but yeah, it can be
okay.
done.
But obviously, the underside has to be prepped a bit, right? I mean, you put up the paper and all that. So, okay, Delbert, what's going on with you, Delbert? We have one line open at 303-713-TALK. I hope you appreciate I'm trying to get through the calls. And Delbert, what's going on? Oh, by the way, that's K&H Home Solutions. If you heard these people talking out of the blue, I just wanted to let you know that. They dropped by to say hi. So, Delbert, what's going on?
I got injured in January the 16th in that, and I've been dealing with this.
What kind of injury, Delbert? What kind of injury?
I was in on the RTD accessoride, thrown around in the seat, and the seatbelt come up, but I ended up with a head concussion. But you take
the seatbelt gave you a concussion?
Yeah, but the seatbelt come out way open, and I come up flying up real high. Somehow, from the injuries and that I've had before, it's caused more now. And then I went in, been going in where the ambulances have come.
Now, are they taking any responsibility?
Well, they're taking responsibility, but they're not paying the bills and that.
Well, then what do you mean they're taking They're not taking responsibility.
Well, they're not. At one time, this guy Jason is saying that he's going to send in the bills, I'll pay it, and then the next person, Kathy, gets hurt, gets a transfer to her, then something to come up with a settlement.
Delbert, do you have anything in writing from RTD? By the way, they're self-insured. Do you have anything in writing saying that they're taking responsibility?
Nothing, just what they've called me that I know of, just the papers and this account number deal they've given me.
You have an account number.
But the problem is that with this pain...
That's called a claim number. Delbert, do you have a claim number?
Yes.
Okay, now...
And I turned it into, from your lawyer, told me to take and send in for to take and get it verified of the accident.
Is that John Fuller?
Reported.
Is that John Fuller? Fuller Law?
Yes.
Okay.
And I tried calling them to find a lawyer because I go into emergency rooms.
Delbert, listen, you may not have enough damages that an attorney will take it. I'm trying to get an idea of how...
The bills are at over $50,000.
The what's over 50?
The bills.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, okay,
know.
hold on. Just hold on. Suzanne, let's try to get John Fuller on if we can.
It's not just that. It's what you call these ambulances. They take you into places. And I was at Good Samaritan last Thursday. I went in there. They did not check me for anything, for like medicine. And the security's supposed to be called if you got medicine to take to the pharmacy. I had 5 milligrams of oxycodone stolen out of my new bottle that I just got that day from Kaiser. And I had, he didn't take any of the morphine, but he took those. And they were supposed to call me today at 9:30. They have not. When I called them
Delbert, I want to know something. You have had bills over $50,000. And you're trying to get an attorney for a personal injury suit, plus they're not treating you well. Now, it sounds to me like you're complaining about RTD not paying, but now you're complaining about a clinic. What clinic was it that did not treat you well?
North Suburban, St. Anthony's North twice.
Okay, it does. Okay,
Good
Delbert.
Samaritan.
So they're all not treating you well. All of
No,
them.
they find something else, and then they tell me, well, you're neck and back, and you got to go to your doctor. You tell this to the ambulance, and they take you, or it's emergency, they tell me, when they're
Delbert,
trying to get a bill collected,
Delbert,
you know?
listen, forget about the bills right now. This is what I need to know, Delbert. Do you have a primary care physician?
Yes, I go see him, and I'll see him tomorrow.
All right, if you have a concussion, there's a protocol. I can't believe, I'm just going to tell you, Delbert, I can't believe that all these clinics are mistreating you. I can't believe it.
They kick you out of there. The ambulance, they go in there. And
Okay,
then they
Delbert,
find
just
some-
hold on. You know what? I'm sorry, okay? I just don't believe it, all right? I don't believe it. That's all. I don't believe it. But I do have a question for John Fuller. And it's an important one. Doggone it, we're short. I got to get to a break. But, John, I want to ask this up front. Can you sue RTD?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a special process because they're a taxing agency?
Well, you have to comply with the provisions of the Colorado Governmental Immunity Act, and that requires that you put them on notice, consistent with the statute within 183 days. So short of that, it's really like any other case, but you have to comply with those notice provisions, and then there's some slightly different limits that apply, depending on the case. So
Now, if a guy gets a concussion because the seatbelt gave way and his bills are at $50,000, I just want to know, just first blush, is that case big or small, or what kind of a case? Do you have any idea?
Was there a collision or something?
No, they went over a bump or something. It's kind of hazy. Delbert, did they go over a bump?
They hit a railroad track or something.
All right. That's all I need to know. He's going to go on for the next 3 minutes. Okay, John.
So here's what I can tell you, Tom. In my experience, RTD buses are very special. They're all equipped with really high-end cameras that are going to show exactly what happened. If you put them on notice, in enough time that they capture the video and stuff like that, and they haven't recorded over it. A lot of times people think they've been injured on RTD buses, and RTD knows nothing about it. And they got off the bus and went about their way, and then they want to call them 2 weeks later and claim to be injured, and there's just simply no record of it.
All right, so
if this gentleman made a record.
Yeah, he has a case number even. Yeah, he has a case number.
Then there's like 4K video of what happened. And
all right.
So any inconsistency will not work out well for him.
Now, John Fuller, thank you. John Fuller, by the way, is a personal injury attorney. You can call and ask questions. That's what he's there for. And if you have a case, he'll let you know. 303-597-4500. John, 303-597-4500. Now, Delbert's a special case, so I'm going to give him your home number, and I'll let him call you tonight about 10:30 or 11 tonight. I'll see. We got more coming up.
Sounds like he's really buzzed and can't think straight.
Tell I'm going to go back to Delbert. Really, I'll kiss him out.
Does he really? With the same complaint?
Well, he calls. This complaint before he's got other complaints. This has been for a while. A lot of times he calls, leaves message, you talk to him.
Guess what? A former contractor has been sentenced to.
Yeah, James Bach.
Jamie Bach on the referral list.
On the Sleaze Brigade.
I love it that Greeley did so. Who did it? What county? I love these guys. I'd like to get whoever Greeley, I think it's Weld County DA.
Yeah, no,
they great. Got a guy 20 years for fucking being a bad contractor. I want to get him on. Like, it doesn't have to be today, but that would be unbelievable. Or maybe we tell Daphne for later, whatever.
Who is he?
He's on best DA.
Bravo.
Who's on Sleaze Brigade?
Sleaze Brigade, yeah, not the referral.
No.
Budget A1 transmission and auto repair. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading that wrong. They're good people. But Buy and Build, I want to tell you about their new place. And please excuse me, I'm 66, thank you. 560 South Lipan, that's Buy and Build Kitchen and Bath. Do you know that Buy and Build, first of all, they were famous for their warehouse of light fixtures and plumbing and everything. Right? They are now doing kitchen and baths, and they're doing installations as well for cabinets and countertops and all the accessories. 560 South Lipan, new location, but still buyandbuild.net.
run in there and see if they have the cabinet I need.
You're just trying to make me feel bad.
Yeah. Centennial Peaks.
You're only 66 and your memory's that bad?
Called what? Oh, gosh, I'm 68 miles.
Give it 3 years.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers bounced around the Centennial Hospital just to finally leave a message.
I have a little mantra: younger, faster, stronger, better. Every night, every day. And Stephanie says, "Shut up." I figure it can't hurt.
Yeah.
Say tomorrow I'm going to be better, faster, stronger.
Hey, Daniel,
Younger,
Tom,
faster,
Ed's assessment
stronger.
was that Delbert is a pill chaser.
Whose assessment?
Ed,
Whatchamacallit said that too. Who said that? Dano, did you say that?
Oh, he calls once a month and
complains.
Do you have another one of these things?
let me see, is it not working?
And you know
Yeah,
how
it keeps cutting in and out.
Do you know what? That's true, because one of the things pill chasers do is they say their meds were stolen.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they get more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, he sounded like he was pretty buzzed.
He tried yelling at me and I wouldn't even listen to him. I put him
I've been in pain
Really?
management for
That's what's nice about the phones. You know.
I've been in pain management for 22 years.
You've tried all the tricks, haven't you?
No, they don't let you get away with anything. I got to pee in the cup every month to make sure I've taken them, and also I can't have anything else in my system. They won't up me with your request.
Yeah, but you know what's amazing is since painkillers absolutely positively build a resistance.
Yeah.
I don't
They
understand
make me sick. Anytime
how
I have to take
you can be
one.
on it for 20 years and not up your dose.
Codeine makes me
It makes me itchy
What's
thighs.
that?
Or change to a different
Like,
pill.
I don't even understand
what I think
how
some
someone
doctors
could get
do, I
addicted
heard,
to that, you know, like,
is
I'm
that
just serious.
they keep you on a dose and then cut you back a little and then put you back on the original dose to keep you from.
That one better?
It's better, but it's only one ear.
Oh, okay. That was maybe
The problem
it's
is you're physically addicted no matter what.
My first 2 years I did have to keep up in the dose.
I don't know, it might be the
years.
check. Let's see here.
But then I got to level that I've been okay.
That's really
What's
good.
that?
Well, actually, aren't you going down now?
Sure.
What's that?
Yes, I am.
Are you for real?
No.
I went down
I just
without
don't
any
listen to him
problem
when he's
because
on that
the
side.
Lyrica.
Huh? What?
Oh, that's right. You're not on oxycodone anymore, are you?
No, I'm still on it, but I'm on half of it.
Check
But
something
the
real quick.
Lyrica, that nerve drug, really cuts
It
back
really
on
is
whatever
good,
problem,
isn't it?
whatever the problem
I
is.
heard about Lyrica, and it's not a narcotic, is it?
It's this thing.
Here's
It's
so
narcotic, and it really
you
helped
can
me.
You said it,
live
Rick.
with the way it was, or try this. It's a jack issue. I need to have the tech folks look at that because it's working fine. Try that.
I can't.
Perfect.
No, you can get the hemp.
I know, but I already talked to him.
Those are a little nicer.
I know when I speak to him on that side of his head, he says, what?
It's even the
It's
text.
not up to the facility.
It's a nicer
It's up to
sound.
the state. The state has a list of things that they want.
It is just that. So it's the problem is with this.
That's
It's
fine.
not.
That's fine. I can live with it.
Okay, which set would you prefer, that or this?
These are fine.
Okay.
Foods with a lot of pop.
I'm not
Here,
that. I'm
and
not
then
that
I will have
picky.
Ed.
Why would Lyrica cause suicidal thoughts?
Well, it shows us those.
Hey, Lyrica, very small, but they say suicidal thoughts. Also, allergic reactions, but they don't say how many. In allergic reactions, swelling and all, the mouth and the apoplectic thing. And then, let's see what else. May cause swelling of your hands, legs, feet, no?
No, I didn't have any swelling, but I was dizzy for...
Dizzy.
Yeah, I was dizzy for a couple weeks.
Sleeplessness?
Yeah, for a few weeks.
And what's it for?
I have a spinal cord injury. And, people have spinal cord injuries.
Weight gain
never heal from it.
shit. I hate that
Well, that's
shit.
why I was in wheelchairs. I was in a wheelchair for a while. But it caused my left foot to be on fire.
Wow.
So your nerves.
Yeah.
It's for spinal cord injury. It's for serious shit pain, man.
Sheriff's lower leg? Is your lower spine?
My foot. Yes, my lower spine.
Did you email that?
That's exactly corrected. I do well.
No, I will. I promise you. I got side effects. Here, I'm doing it right now.
I don't have bad side effects. I'm
Just
fine.
south of 6th
I do really well.
303-455-7242. 455-7242. SheridanAutoTech.com. That's
dress code now.
SHERIDAN.
Business casual.
Don, how long do your pellets last?
Huh?
How long do your pellets last?
Mine lasts 4 months
Yeah,
before I
about
need
5, and I'm the one trying to get into it today. I really feel like they wore off. Really feel it.
On your smart speaker.
Available on over 2,000 devices.
Hormones by pellet. Sweet.
So tired.
Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Now, we talked something here about color impregnation at the factory where they put it through the vinyl, no painting, and it's a lifelong finish for these windows, K&H Home Solutions. The other question that came up was what colors are available. I imagine you talked about black and others. Is there a palette of colors, or can you have them custom, or what? What is that?
There are 8 different colors.
Probably match almost anything.
Pretty
on
much
exteriors,
match anything,
right?
correct.
Like there's black though.
Yeah, they have black now.
And then beiges, I imagine, right? The browns, no.
Beige is more of an extrusion, so meaning they mix that in with the vinyl when they make the.
But you can get beige windows.
Correct.
Okay. What else? What are some other colors? Hunter
green. As far
green.
as colors, you can get like red. It's called like a mountain berry type of red.
Oh, cool.
Okay. You can get the hunter greens. You can get what's called linen, which is a very pale yellow.
Variations of brown.
There's like 3 different browns that you can get. There's bronze. Bronze is really popular, especially with the homeowners associations. A lot of homeowners associations, if they have an exterior color, it's generally a bronze. And so having a window that we can have the capability of doing that is really important.
Okay, so there are a number of colors, and these are what they call, I don't know if you know that or not, designer colors. Did you know that?
Correct.
So we'll see. Anyway, we have Emma Jean, a senior citizen community abuse. Emma Jean, you cannot hang up. We will come back to you. This sounds very serious to me, okay? Are you there, Emma Jean?
Yes, I am.
All right, please hold, and we will talk about the senior abuse. And then, of course, Kyle, mental health facility. We made some calls on that. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show along with K&H Home Solutions. I'm Tom Martino for Ideal Home Loans for your next Ideal Home Loan, because Ideal wants to make sure if they do a refinance for you, they put you in a better position than you were in before. And being in a better position than you were before means you have a shorter term or a lower rate or both, or that you've maybe consolidated some debt and then they can tell you how to pay off that portion of the principal faster. They also have credit optimization where they can help you tweak your credit. It just takes a few hours to get you even better pricing, or they have the rate guarantee. So if rates go down even further, they will refinance you free of charge over the next 2 years. Give them a call, 303-867-7000. Whether you are refinancing or buying, and check out their pre-approval. If you're buying, it's like a cash offer. Yes, you're already approved, not pre-qualified, approved. All you need is the appraisal. 303-867-7000. 303-867-7000. Also on my referral list at referralist.com.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown today at 2, 630 KHOW, Denver.
ABC News, I'm Andy Field. Hunter Biden, the son of former Vice President Joe Biden, spoke exclusively with ABC News about his work in Ukraine.
Where's the mistake? The mistake is in the fact that by perception, I gave a hook to some very unethical people to act in illegal ways to try to do some harm to my father. That's where I made the mistake.
While he admitted to missteps, Biden says there were no ethical lapses. Hunter Biden's foreign ventures, likely a topic tonight when 12 Democratic presidential hopefuls meet for their 4th debate in the 2020 race. On Capitol Hill, House Democrats in their impeachment inquiry are hearing deposition today from Deputy Assistant Secretary of State George Kent. Russian forces reportedly closing in on a northern Syrian town to try and stop fighting between Turkish and Syrian forces. That comes after President Trump ordered the withdrawal of troops from the region. This is ABC News. A 4.5 magnitude earthquake struck the San Francisco Bay Area late Monday night. So far, no reports of damages or injury. If ground beef is what you crave, you'll be out of luck the next time you head to a popular fast food chain.
If you've been to Taco Bell recently and you ordered a taco or burrito, you may have been invited to upgrade to steak or chicken at no extra charge. It's because you can't get seasoned beef. The chain had said the supply it received in a number of states didn't meet its standards, and it was waiting until a new shipment arrived. The USDA is recalling the product, saying it may be contaminated with foreign matter. Daria Albinger, ABC News.
A new study links getting a bad night's sleep to bad eating habits. Specifically, researchers found less than perfect rest makes us crave junk food. Northwestern University did the study, found a lack of sleep increases hormones linked to what causes us to get the munchies. That ramps up the desire for comfort food like cakes, chips, and biscuits. Andy Field, ABC News.
What would you like to be better at? Dancing.
Poker.
Yoga. According to a study, CVS customers are better than most at something important, staying on prescriptions, which tends to make you healthier. So get a free prescription savings review. Plus, earn up to 50 extra bucks rewards each year for filling. Because of the things you could be better at, staying healthy tops them all. Treat yourself well at CVS. Terms and conditions apply. Not all prescriptions eligible. See our pharmacist or cvs.com/rx savings or /rx rewards.
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Time to throw the birdseed.
Watch out for the seagulls.
Oh, my head! Are you okay?
United Healthcare helps connect you to care whenever you need it, like video chatting with a doctor right from your phone.
So I don't need stitches?
Nope, just put some antibiotic cream on it.
Great, thank you, doctor.
United Healthcare. Health plan benefits may vary.
KHOW News Time, 11:03.
Colorado Senator Michael Bennet did not qualify for tonight's Democratic presidential debate, but he is planning to campaign in New Hampshire tomorrow as he tries to drum up support for his run for the White House. The Democratic presidential candidate has meet and greets set for Portsmouth and Dover. The trip is Bennett's 9th to the early primary state this year. So far, he's not been able to gain a lot of traction in the 2020 race for president. The statewide e-cigarette industry could take a hit if the government bans certain additives in vaping products, which they are set to address today. A hearing is scheduled for later today on a proposal to ban certain additives in marijuana vaping products here in Colorado. The move comes as concerns grow over a nationwide outbreak of lung illnesses and deaths linked to vaping. The additives used to thin out cannabis oil are thought to be possibly tied to the problem. If adopted, the proposal would go before the state licensing authority for final passage. Those rules would go into effect January 1st if approved. I'm Connor Shreve, and that's the latest.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm.
For the most part, the drive across town remains in pretty good shape. Just getting word of a wreck off highway on the westbound side of 49th there near I-270. Watch out for rescue vehicles arriving to the scene. The rest of the drive across town in fairly decent shape. Westbound 270, heavy either side of Vasquez. Westbound I-70, slow in the elevated portion. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Off highway, westbound Arapahoe, closed between Quebec and Holly for the rest of today for a water main break. No ETA really of reopening, though. The weather forecast. Going to be sunny today, cooler than yesterday, a high near 63. Right now, a few clouds above and 45. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Pete Wagner on 630 KHOW.
At Mattress Firm, for a limited time, take home a free adjustable base with purchase of $699. Plus, get up to $400 in savings and enjoy 0% APR for 6 years. 0 down and 0 due at signing. Shop the Save Big sale, online or in store.
The final deadline for filing 2018 taxes has come and gone, and soon it'll be time to start thinking about 2019. For those who have not filed for years, or have looming tax debt, or collections or audits, there is comfort and relief. Larson Tax Relief. Larson gives help to delinquent taxpayers all over the country, and thank goodness they just happen to be in our backyard. With their national headquarters in Westminster, just a phone call away. 844-LARSON-TAX. Larson Tax Relief is the only tax help service I personally recommend. They'll get between you and the IRS and iron out the best settlements on back taxes and audits. Way better than the other guys, and way better than you could ever do yourself. 844-LARSON-TAX. I know the owners, Ron and Jack Larson, personally. I trust them, and you can too. 844-LARSON-TAX on Church Ranch Road in Westminster. 844-LARSON-TAX. That's 844-LARSON-TAX. tax. ExcelRoofing.com, 303-761-6400.
630 KHOW has your shot at $1,000 now. Text the nationwide keyword OWL to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's OWL to 200-200. This is the Troubleshooter Show.
I need somebody.
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Help me if you can. I'm feeling
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Brought to you by CBD products that work. The only ones I've found so far, I'm not saying they don't have CBD in them, these other ones, but they are phony balonies as far as the amounts. And I can tell you for absolutely sure there's a pharmaceutical lab in Golden, and Panacea is a local company, and they sell nationally, and you just happen to have them right here. PanaceaLife.com or HelpMyPainCBD.com. 800-985-0515. Listen, if you're listening YouTube, Facebook, you can call us at 303-MARTINO anytime, 24/7. We'll get back to you. Leave a number. This is a show about help. We help with everything. We help with home stuff. We help with work stuff. We help with neighborhood stuff. And we help with everything. I mean, Kyle was calling about a mental health thing. He wanted to drop a dime on in Sheridan at Centennial Peaks in Sheridan because he said, my wife was sent there, transferred. They didn't have a bed at the other place, and they cold turkeyed her for 48 hours without any meds whatsoever, with severe depression, suicidal thoughts, postpartum, everything really against her here, and they withhold her meds. Now, luckily she got her meds. She's getting back on track. There's not really a case here, is there? There's no permanent damage, but at this point, we just wanted to let them know. Deputy Clint, did you let them know?
I left them a message, but they bounced me through 6 phone numbers before I even got an answering machine.
You know what? Okay. How do I put this? Communication, if it sucks, the organization sucks. There's no excuses to get through bounced. How did that happen? You called a number and what happened?
Nobody was she said nobody was available.
Okay.
They'd give me another number. That person would give me another number, and so forth. I just went through 6 phone numbers.
There should always be someone available. Always. Always. No excuses. Now, you may say, well, Tom, you have us leave message. Well, that's a problem. We want you to leave that problem. We'll get back to you. You know, I mean, but if I was running a business where I sold you something, okay, it's not a free service, but you're a patient or a patient's family or a car dealership, there should always be someone available. Do you know problems get bigger when they're not unleashed? Kyle, we will mark this down and make sure we get a message to the right people. All right, Kyle? Is she still there, by the way?
Yeah, she's still there.
How is the care now, Kyle?
I've only talked to her once this morning to let her know I was going to be coming on to talk to you, and she got a good laugh out of it. But she seemed to be in a better spirit this morning, but we'll see how that goes.
Where's the newborn?
She's 6 months now. She's at home with my mother.
Okay. And so is your wife, is she hopeful? Does she want to get better?
She wants to get better. She's trying to get help. She hasn't tried to commit suicide. She's had the thoughts, and when she has the thoughts, she goes to get help. So, yeah, she wants to get better.
All right. Thank you very much, Kyle. Stay in touch. We're going to make sure they get the message. Imogene, this sounds terrible. Are you telling me there's some true elder abuse going on here, Imogene?
Yes, it's not physical abuse. It's definitely mental.
Like how? Tell me what's going on.
All right. Well, my husband and I moved in. It'll be 1 year tomorrow, to a Brookdale senior citizen community.
Brookdale. Okay, where is that? Where is Brookdale?
And Brookdale is in several places in Denver, and there are 12 locations in the state of Colorado.
All right. So what's going on?
All right. we signed a contract. It's all rental. You don't buy anything here.
Do you have, Emma Jean, do you have your own, like, apartment or room?
We have our own apartment.
Okay.
Our daughter, we have one daughter and 2 sons.
Are you allowed to have kids in the facility?
I beg your pardon?
Like, are you allowed to have children in the facility?
Well, they're not children. My daughter is a grown adult.
So they're not living with you, or they are?
They are not living with me.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Lives in New Mexico, in Rio Rancho, just outside of Albuquerque, and she came to visit us in August and found that my husband, who suffered cardiac arrest in 2010, needed assistance because the reason I moved here is I was totally worn out from doing everything that needed to be done when my husband could no longer do anything.
Okay.
And cooking is one thing that I did not have time to do, so we decided to move to a senior citizen place where we would get food.
Okay, so do they even though you have your own apartment, they have a cafeteria or a kitchen?
They have a dining room and a grill where we're served the same menus, and we can go there depending. We bought 2 meals a day. We bought lunch and dinner.
Okay.
By the way, the food has gone from bad to worse.
All right, so where are we right now? What's the purpose of or the reason for this call, dear?
All right. When my daughter came to visit, she had her service dog with her. It's a big, probably 80-pound dog, and just as gentle as can be found in a big dog, just a peach of a dog. We had never met the dog before, and it immediately put its head in our laps.
So
Right.
apparently you're getting some problems with this. What's going on?
All right. One Sunday night in late August, when she was here, she took her dog out for a Sunday evening walk.
Yes.
And met at the door coming in, pretty close to the door to come in, a man who lives here and has lived here for many years, who walks dogs free for certain people. And the dog he was walking and my daughter's dog.
They got in a fight?
Sniffed noses, and her dog was attacked in the face by this dog. And it made the dog walker, named Richard, so upset that he swung a sack that had something heavy in it at my daughter's dog.
Okay.
It hit my daughter's dog in the spine. My daughter pulled the dog up to her body as close as she could get his body up against her, and was scared to death the man was going to hit her with whatever this object was. So she made a fist and swung at him.
Wait. Your daughter swung at him?
Yes.
All right.
And it hit him in the chest. Now,
All right.
my daughter weighs 109 pounds.
I understand, but listen, Emma Jean, we're hearing one side of this, basically, and I'm hearing that your daughter hit a guy.
Because he had, in self-defense.
I understand, in defense of her dog or her property. I'll keep going. What happened then?
Okay. The man swung at both her dog and herself, and she swung at him with her.
I get it. They had a fight.
And ran inside and up to our apartment as fast as
Was
she
she
could.
arrested? I need to get to the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey used to say. Was she arrested?
No, she wasn't arrested.
Okay, so
It
what
was
are
a
you
Sunday
calling about?
night.
What can we do to help? What's going on?
We did nothing about it except try to calm her down.
All right.
The next day or two, I think it was 2 days,
Oh, my
she
God.
and I were called into the substitute executive director's office because our executive director was fired.
All right, so
first-
listen, you're telling me way too much information at this point. So let's get on to what I can help you with.
My daughter has been evicted from this property.
Well, she's just visiting. How can she be evicted?
She has to leave.
Well, how long was she going to stay?
She was hoping to stay quite a while to take care of her dad. We have a paid independent caregiver that comes on duty at 12 noon and stays till 6 p.m. But my daughter said her dad needed more help than that.
All right.
So
I understand. I understand what you're calling about. You need, but she's being evicted. Now, here's the thing. Since she doesn't rent there truly can't be an eviction. So tell me how they crafted this whole deal. Hold on. David, you have a conflict with a roofer and an insurance company. We're experts at that. And John, Adams County Social Services. And then, of course, K&H Home Solutions. We talked about this color upgrade and how they do color at the factory and what colors are available. We have a question about Everlast siding. Does it come in colors and what colors? And we're not going to answer that right now. We're going to answer it right after this.
Hi, my name's Christina Stumble, and I own Farm Girl Flowers in San Francisco. With my Spark Cash Card from Capital One, I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchases. Last year, I redeemed $115,000 in cash back. Yeah, $115,000. And that doubled our digital marketing budget for the summer. Thanks to my Spark Card, we had our best summer yet. Imagine what the Spark Card from Capital One could do for your business. What's in your wallet?
Real Capital One customers pay for real stories. Credit approval required.
All right. I'm Tom Martino. And really, it's very important when you are in trouble to know who to call. We just heard from Imogene, even in a senior citizens complex, that could have turned into an assault charge. Luckily, it didn't. You know, we've had people who tried to return goods to a store, and it ended up they were charged with shoplifting. Here's the bottom line. Don't go shopping, on Google when you need an attorney. Go to someone who's already been pre-approved for referralist.com, someone I've known for 20 years, someone or more, someone that I trust, Joseph Lazara. It's that simple. Criminal defense attorney. He gives discounts for Martino listeners for big cases. He handles the DUIs, the shoplifting accusations, the assault. He has flat rate pricing, and he's just a good guy, and he's very, very responsive to his clients. His name is Joseph Lazara. Again, I hope you put his name away and you never need it, but if you do, Joe Lazara, 303-429-6200, 303-429-6200. I must have been really off on the time. Is that a long or short?
What? I was telling Kyle he's using a private room.
What's the right
doorbell?
Okay, so that was a long though, right?
I haven't installed it.
You put them in a nursing home. You can only do it if it's a private room, because it violates the other person's privacy for somebody else in there. Oh my God, they'll bitch like hell about you putting it in there, but once it's in there, and their treatment changes completely. They're being watched.
What do you thought of that?
I know 2 people have done it. It wasn't my idea. They come up with it.
You didn't have to have it hooked up. All you got to do is put it in there.
Yeah, they don't know.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think of that part. Gary's mom was down Albuquerque. She was losing weight, and they were trying to figure out why. So he felt that they weren't feeding her. She wasn't being taken because she didn't know better. And sure as hell, they put that in there, and she wasn't being taken over until the lunchtime.
But if you put it in there and not tell them about it, then you can definitely.
Oh, he put it in there and they bitched about it. He take it out. He called an attorney. He got it back in there. He went back and forth with it.
But the best thing is if you put it in there and they don't know about it, then you really see what's going on. Otherwise, they just approve the service.
Yeah, Gary finally put it in there. It's inside of a cat, stuffed cat, something on the shelf. And so, because he can talk to her. Sure, you remember that? So he'll tell Mom, it's time to go to lunch. Anyway, she talks to him all the time on the phone. Yeah, the kid keeps telling me to go to lunch. She just thinks the cat's alive. Anyway, but it works. If you're looking for a safe place for your dental care,
you put a key in the cat to sneak it in, but to sneak it in.
731-1308.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think you got a good idea there. Sneak it in, and you can catch what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they could deny you putting a camera in your room.
That big, you can easily put them in a
You
stuffed
know?
animal.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they don't know, then they'll really see the service you're getting. If they know, if they're aware that it's there, they're going to improve their service. Either way, you know.
I think it's a problem not everywhere. I think every facility has some problems.
Oh yeah.
And they also have some problem patients, you know.
Well, yeah. My daughter's a nurse, and she always has these stories. She doesn't tell me who they are, but she has these stories about some patients that are problems. She also talks about some of the nurses that are just down there punching the clock.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want to take care of anything.
My wife ran a nursing home in Carlsbad, Mexico, and she was constantly firing nurses for stealing drugs. You know, people had pain meds, and they were taking them.
I tell you, food, she complained about the food. Food's always a complaint when those things are...
Well, and they don't waste anything. They'll take whatever leftovers and they'll put them. So it reminds me of school. Put an extra cup of oatmeal in that hamburger.
I never minded school, you know, food.
But I would venture to guess they probably, if things are on the edge of being spoiled or this or that.
I don't have that good of a palate. I'll eat
anything. That's how I feel.
I like cafeteria food. I like
I even like airplane food. I didn't think
airplane food, army food. I don't care. I don't have a discerning palate, I guess it is.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's a blessing or whatever.
I think it is because I don't have to.
You don't have to complain.
I like good food, but
I know, but
I can't really tell.
I can't tell either.
Great from good.
You don't have a discerning palate either. That was one of my friends who killed me.
I told Scott, or told Sean, keep
Yeah.
So what was the guy's screaming about? There's nothing said about any of that.
Sean doesn't know.
You know what? Not
Sean
this
doesn't know.
stuff here. The good
He's
stuff.
just personally, this guy the other, Jeff didn't know for certain other than the customer said sending pictures.
On the right side of the road,
He
there's
just wasn't
this
happy
huge
with
ass
something.
building.
They didn't walk around, said everything was
It's
good.
not
There were a
quite
couple places
called
that
metal
were
sales.
some caulking.
All
All
this
showed
built
up
for
and stuff.
hangers and every metal I've ever seen comes from there.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, what do you think is the number one consumer complaint? Not just from the referral list, of course. We'd hardly get complaints. But this would be a common one if we do. And among all people everywhere, all industries, I'm not asking which industry, I'm asking which complaint. What complaint? It stems all industries. Clint is saying roofs. No, Clint, I'm saying the complaint.
Communication.
The complaint. Is it product? Is it service? Is it communication? Is it hours of operations? Is it, Ted, you run K&H, what do you think it is? Now, I'm not saying for any one industry or any one business, it's the number one common issue.
I think communication with your customers is probably the biggest thing.
It's number two.
It's number two. Really?
No, it's number two. But that's important. It's number two. Yeah. How do you do with communication? If someone called and said, I want to talk to Ted, I want to talk to the owner, do you call him?
Yeah, if I'm there, I'll talk to him.
Yeah, well, I have an email here that says, no, I'm just kidding. He turned white. No, but seriously, though, if people have complaints, listen, is it reasonable that the owner of GM or the owner of even K&H, okay, they're different sizes, not that minute, but really, if there's an issue there that can't be solved, yes, I think that ultimately the CEO, the owner, or whoever in charge should address it. Absolutely.
We do have situations where people want to talk to the owner. I mean, I've got a pretty good staff of managers, and they handle most issues that come up. But every once in a while, somebody wants to speak to the owner, and I'm available.
You know, people always say this to me, Tom, sometimes the consumer's wrong, or they're trying to pull a scam. And that's true. Most of the time, consumers are wrong. I mean that sincerely, by the way. But that's not because the business is right. The business might have ripped them off anyway, but the consumer was wrong because they wouldn't have been ripped off if they did the right thing. So in most cases, the consumer is wrong, in about not 5% of the time, we have absolute lying, cheating ripoffs. About 80% of the time, we have just normal guys trying to do the right thing, gals and guys, but, you know, they missed something, but they didn't intend it. And then that other part, that 10% can go either way. It's just shoddy, but not intentionally shoddy. Do you know what I mean? There are people that just take money down, I swear to God, to do a job, and they just are so bad they can't juggle everything, and they end up spending what they say, robbing Peter to pay Paul, but they're not criminals. They're not intending to do it. But then you got guys who intend to do it. You got this former contractor. Listen to this. Oh, my God, do I love this. This is Jamie Bach. He's on our sleeves, brigade.com. And hallelujah, I'm going to take out my dinger. It's what is it today? Tuesday? Okay, it's good. Normally, I don't take my dinger this out early in the week. He gets the dinger, and this is the most unbelievable thing. I'm going to give the dinger to Weld County, the Weld County District Attorney's Office, and it's kind of like anemic. All right, come on, give me a little Viagra volume there, please. It's a little low. So anyway, a former contractor has been sentenced to 20 years in prison for stealing about $150,000 from a dozen clients. Thank God. Listen to this. Can you believe it? This guy is a criminal. He took money from consumers. Weld County, by the way, a bunch of corrupt morons, except the district attorney's office. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the council and the Tom Parco, the planning guy. They're corrupt morons, corrupt to the core. I'm not talking about them. The DA's office is golden. Weld County sent Jamie Bach away for 20 fricking years. Can you believe this? For scamming people in home improvements. Now, let's go back to Emma Jean. Okay, Emma Jean, your daughter was evicted. How did they do it? Since she doesn't rent there, she had a conflict with one of the residents, but since she doesn't rent there, they can't evict her. What did they say? How did they do it?
That she had to be out of there that night.
Okay, but how? But why? They have no right to do that.
Because she hit the man that was abusing her.
Okay.
She pulled the dog as close as she could
Emma
to her body.
Emma Jean, listen. Do you have a lease? Do you have a lease?
We have a contract.
Do you have a lease?
It's a contract.
Okay. For how long?
I can't tell you that, but I would suppose a year, and that's over tomorrow.
Okay, well then they can ask. Hold on. If your lease is over tomorrow, you better be careful, because they're telling your daughter to get out of there. What they're really doing is asking her to voluntarily leave. They are. No matter what, they can't make her go. However, do they have a right to ask her to leave? Absolutely. Does it mean it's right? Not necessarily. But here's what will happen. I'm going to predict what will happen if she doesn't leave. Number one, they will get a restraining order, possibly. Number two, they will not renew your lease and ask you to leave. And number three, they will press criminal charges. So I'm just saying, is it right or is it wrong? It doesn't matter. Because your lease is up, you got a problem. While they can't evict you for that, they can not renew your lease for that.
Well, they haven't suggested that, but we have decided to leave and buy a house.
Okay.
Because we're independent living people.
Now, listen, that's a good idea if you want to leave. And it sounds like you and your husband should be on your own. Yep. Now, Emma Jean, you need to – I'm serious now. I don't mean to do like commercials. I'm telling you, Frank Duran will take care of you. He has helped many, many senior citizens get the best possible deal. He's a good man. And you'd be good using him, because he will, you need someone honest and straightforward, someone I trust. And what's that?
What is he? Is
real
he
estate.
An attorney?
He'll help you find a home.
Oh, well, we've already had a realtor find us home.
All right, that's good. Well, Emma Jean, thank you very much. She's going to have to leave. I promise you they will take action.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Ross Kaminsky.
That's a bummer, though.
I bet there's two sides to that story.
I'm sure there are.
Yeah, but the side we heard still sounded bad.
But you know, service dogs typically won't attack anybody.
No.
You know, they're trained really well. And so this other dog came up and
bit it in the face, and that guy.
Off highway got a crash at 120.
Of course, once her dog got bit, who knows how she went off.
Found Arapahoe remains closed between Quebec and Holly due to that water main break. Not scheduled
Been fun to watch.
open throughout the rest of today. Weather forecast.
So I wonder how old the guy that she hit. She's 109 pounds. The guy was probably
88
years old.
88 pounds. I don't know.
Right now, partly cloudy and 49. Your impact traffic and weather.
They won't take that into consideration if she found somebody.
At Mattress Firm, for a limited time, take home a free adjustable base with purchase of
that's interesting.
Plus,
The
get up
dog
to
is still
$100 in savings
property.
and enjoy 0% APR for 6 years.
well, to me, here it is October, and she's just calling in for it. I would have thought that
So let's talk about Cracker Jack mudjacking. No matter what, they're going to save you money. Meaning this, it's a free estimate. So if you need a replacement of concrete, they'll be the first ones to tell you. And then if they can help you, however, with Cracker Jack mudjacking services of lifting concrete, putting concrete back together, most cracks come from a void underneath. If they can help you, you'll save a ton of money. 303-410-7787. Free estimates, crackerjackmudjacking.com.
Life insurance.
Continue.
so. Essentially, if the dog bit her dog first, and she grabbed her dog and pulled him close, and she was protecting herself and the dog from this other dog, and then he swung again. At that point, she should have made a complaint immediately.
Call the police.
Call the police.
Yeah.
But because none of this happened in the beginning, now it becomes somewhat of a hearsay.
Well, and it may not have happened that way. It might be why she didn't call.
That's very true.
Who knows? But at this point, what are we going to do? We can't help her. They've already taken care of it. My dad lives in a beautiful facility half the year down Scottsdale. It's a gated community. He's right on a lake and a golf course and everything else. But they don't allow pets at all. At all. My God, my wife and I went down there and we took our little, we only had one.
Do you know where Mark is?
And he was sitting on the phone in there for a while.
He's downstairs dealing with some phone issues, and he said he'll be back up. The next thing is, here's Imogene's, here's the crux of her issue that she needs to tell you. Her daughter did leave, but now daughter is back to help them move, and they won't let daughter come in and help move, and that is wrong.
There's nothing they can't
wrong.
keep her out.
Yeah,
they can't keep her out. She just helps move. She can't stay there all
Now,
night.
you want to tell her that, or do you want me
I'll
to
tell her that.
Okay.
They can't keep her out. No one can keep
She
anyone.
said they're badgering her.
Well, that's not. But I bet you she's sleeping there, and it's taking weeks to move. See, that's bullshit. Okay, if they're moving, get her and move. If she's truly helping pack up and stuff, I understand. She's hanging out during the day helping.
Do you want me to ask to put the daughter on?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a dog
That
issue.
would be a good one.
Okay. Do you want? Okay. Who do we have coming in at noon?
Corey Crop.
Oh shit, that's big. Okay.
That's why Mark's
No,
dealing
I'll
with
plug.
the...
No, I'll plug what they got
Well,
going on here.
you want to? Okay.
We have enough time. Yeah.
I was only concerned that if for some reason it didn't fire off, that then you're plugging it and it doesn't fire off. But so they're just having some phone issues.
Oh, that. Okay,
yeah.
so we could
I'm
keep these guys
assuming everything's
then.
good.
We could keep these guys then, possibly. Is it?
Let
What
me
is
check
your
with
schedule?
Mark. Let me
If we
check
wanted
with
to keep it a little longer.
If they, yeah, let me just check with Mark.
One way or the other, they're fluid.
I just need one mic.
They're
I need
fluid.
somebody's
Okay.
mic.
I have a customer coming in.
I'm gonna plug your shit here, and we'll.
Mike Warner.
It's locked in my office.
The one that's locked in your office. Supposed to come in today.
When?
I've got to call him when I get back.
Okay.
Yeah, he had an issue yesterday. He couldn't make it in.
I pushed this out because
I've watched you guys. They saw those windows. Just saws all those windows out.
the steel ones.
The old ones, yeah.
Yeah, they have to.
Is that the way you do it?
Well, it's a steel window. It's a steel casing
Okay.
window.
Do you put new headers up when you do that?
No, because there's usually a header above it.
Oh, you get between the header and the window.
You're just cutting it free of the.
You get between the header and the windows.
Yeah, you're cutting it free of the.
Don't windows all have headers or not? Do they?
They should.
When they build
Have
a
you
home,
run
they
into?
should've.
What do you do when you run into one that doesn't? Do you just replace it?
It depends on the situation. If they're going to enlarge the window, then yeah, we have to put a header in.
But what if
it's an
you're gonna
existing window? We typically won't unless they want to pay for it.
Yeah.
Because there's no way for us to know when they sell when the job gets sold, right?
No, I know that, but you mention it to them and say, look.
Yeah, we get in there. We say you should have a header here, and but this is what's going to cost.
You guys don't make any money on that shit.
And I've got a language in my contract that says you don't have to fix stuff like that. Because some people just think that we got to fix it.
Code upgrades and shit, right? You don't have to do that, right? I'd want to be told though. If you didn't give me the opportunity.
It's a go, so push it.
If they're not headed right, who breaks the window? The weight?
Ultimately, yeah, it could.
We had
It
to
might or might not. I mean, you're putting a vinyl window instead of a steel window. The steel has better integrity.
No, we actually had that happen. There was no header up there. There was a big window across there.
Really?
There was no header at all. It wasn't even a double top thing. A double top.
How old's the house?
1954.
Yeah, well.
Steel casing, yeah.
Yeah.
And, so anyway, it actually the windows kept right in the middle, cracking. Yeah, I wonder why. It was about an 8-foot window.
Yeah.
Kind of a weird window. It was only about 18 inches high, but
yeah, real long.
Real long.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, so what's going on? Well, we have K&H Home Solutions here, and I want to take advantage of this before they leave, and I'll get right back to your phones. Okay, this is important. They are starting a special for Martino listeners. 35% off Provia entry doors. Now, Provia is like la la la. 35% off, but no, there's something even better. And please do this. Mention Martino or Tom Martino or Pain in the Ass, and you get an extra, well, not Pain in the Ass. You got to mention Tom Martino. You get an extra 10% off for a total of 45% off. That's nearly half off Provia entry doors. You better Google those. They are absolutely stunning. Now, you hear me talk about that Everlast siding? You get an extra 5% off of that for 45% off. Now, I just want to say something. Without these discounts, they have low prices anyway. So that's what I love. Now, Everlast siding's the best siding you'll ever have. But somebody had an email we never answered. Colors for siding. Everlast, what colors?
Everlast comes in 14 different colors. And
wow. So that's great. That's what you have to say. What kinds? I mean, go ahead.
So the colors they come in anywhere from harbor blue to chestnut to canvas, green, Spanish moss, or how about a Cabernet red?
And someone wants to know about the trim pieces. Do you have accent colors, like dark colors for trim?
There are colors available. Then we have different type of trims that we can use.
Okay, good.
So we have.
But it's all maintenance, zero maintenance, basically. Yeah,
correct.
You gotta clean it off once in a while, but that's it.
All right.
Yeah, Everlast, as far as maintenance on the thing, really take a hose to it.
Could you imagine with the vinyl windows and Everlast siding, you don't have anything to do to the outside of your home?
Not at all.
No, think about it. And you know what? You might think this is crazy, and this is a true story. We always say vinyl replacement windows. Well, Ted will remember me from 35 years ago. Might have been, God, it was about 35 years ago, 30 years ago. Remember, Ted? I came to you for not vinyl replacement windows. It was a new build. Do you remember it? We did the new build.
Oh, yeah.
We did the new build in Parker and Franktown.
Right.
And I wanted from scratch vinyl windows. They weren't vinyl replacement windows. They were vinyl windows.
Right.
Do you know why? Because I had just come from a home where I got a quote on painting and refinishing my windows for the inside. This didn't even count the outside. The guy gives me a quote, and I said, oh, no, I'm not replacing my windows. I'm just painting the frickin' windows. No, to mask and do the woodwork on those windows.
It's going to be really expensive.
Oh, my God. And I said, wait a minute. Next time, it'll never happen. So I'm starting to build a house, and I do vinyl. And on the inside, I did a wrap with the drywall. It was beautiful. It was all very slick and beautiful. It was the Spanish style, or they call it Tuscany, whatever. It looks beautiful. And that's before I could get color, I think, because I have white.
Right, because those are white windows.
Now you get color.
Yeah.
Now, here's another story, right? So that window, that was at the same time, Stephanie, my love, was putting in windows in her home. She was doing a remodel, and I referred her to you, okay? So then you fast forward many, many years when we're together, and I'm in the house, and we have a screen door not working. And I said, that was K&H, right? She goes, yeah, but it was like 25 years ago. I said, call them. You guys came out and fixed it. I swear to God, these are all true stories about service. Okay, Emma Jean, last time we talked, okay, your daughter slugged a guy who lives there because he slugged her dog and was swinging at her, and it was a fight. I'm not going to assign judgment who's right or who's wrong. It was a scuffle. They told her to get the hell out of there. And I said, they don't have a right technically to do that because you're renting it, and they don't. They need to technically get a restraining order, or they have to, a restraining order basically. But I said if you don't comply, they're probably going to evict you, or they're not going to renew your lease, or they're going to get a restraining order. And you said it doesn't matter, we're leaving. So what? But you said there's one more issue. You're leaving. What's the one more issue?
I need help. Well, I need help with getting out of here. My husband and I are elderly, and we need her help. I have.
Oh, okay. So hold on. So you need her to help you pack up and stuff?
Absolutely.
Okay. And so let her help you. Have they gotten a restraining order?
No.
Okay. And can they are they going to evict you? You don't give a damn. You'll be out of there before they can evict you. So tell me, Emma Jean, just let her help you pack up.
Even if they come up and chew us out?
I am not giving you legal advice. I am telling you that as a tenant, I can see no reason why they can just throw your daughter out. Now, there might be wording in your lease that says that you can't have guests stay there. There are some that say that.
Have them stay over 7 days.
Okay. Then here's what I'm going to say again. Unless they can point to wording in an agreement that forces you to comply, and even at that, what are they going to do if you don't? They're going to evict you, and you don't care. You're leaving. So this is what I don't understand, Emma Jean. Why the hell do they care? They can't do anything about it. Now, if they call the police, your daughter can't get in trouble for just being there. Your daughter can get in trouble going back. They can retroactively ask for charges to be filed. Emma Jean, they can.
Yes.
Okay. Well, guess what? If it was me, and I'm not telling you what to do, if it was me, I would anticipate they're going to probably try to press charges, and I would have pressed charges that day. Unfortunately, in a scuffle, both parties are wrong, but the first guy that did it is probably the most wrong. And if this guy said, look, I thought the dog was attacking mine. I swung to protect my dog. And she hit me. That's a different story than my dog. He swung at both of us, and I punched him for self-defense. Actually, Emma Jean, this is no judgment. This is an observation. I would believe the other story. I was afraid of the dog. I swung to protect my dog, and I got punched in the face. So here's the thing. Sometimes it's the one who files charges first that it's easier. But here's what's going to happen. If your daughter files charges against that man's going to file charges against her. If he files charges against her, she's going to file charges against him. So you got to play this very carefully. But I do know this. Unless there's wording in a lease somewhere, I don't see how they can keep your daughter from helping you. I don't see how they can do it. You know, and you know what? You know what, Clint? Can you call them and see what's on their mind? Say, look, if this woman has her daughter helping pack up to leave, why the hell do you care? But this is one thing I'm really concerned about. You said the lease is up tomorrow, so you're not ready to leave?
No, we're not ready to leave.
Well, Emma Jean, that's your problem. You were supposed to be ready to leave at the end of the lease. Did the lease get renewed?
Oh yes, they want us to stay here.
No,
They
I'm
want the
asking.
money.
I'm asking you if the lease was renewed.
No, I don't know that.
Did you sign a new lease?
No, I did not.
Did it have an automatic renewal?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Your lease automatically renews unless you cancel.
Yes.
And you didn't cancel.
We've given notice that we will cancel the second week in November.
You don't get to just choose when you're going to cancel.
We did.
Well, you don't get to. Emma Jean, never mind. We're not going to listen. You're on your own right there, okay? I don't know if you canceled your lease properly. I have no idea. I have no idea. Leases have to be broken. Even if they expire, sometimes if you stay past the date, you're required to stay for the whole month. Sometimes 2 months' notice. It depends. I don't know what you did. I have no idea what you did.
You'll never send a copy to me to read it.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm.
But she wouldn't be required to stay. She'd be required to pay for it.
Maybe you could talk to her daughter.
She'd be required to pay for the month. She would
Of
have to
course,
stay.
get her
Yeah.
daughter out of number. I like that idea.
Get what?
Her daughter's in the background. Maybe she can talk to him and get them really. Emma Jean, there's not too many people with that name anymore.
No.
Like Bertha.
Who sang that
Bertha.
song?
Bertha. I just know one Bertha, and that's in a movie. Bertha.
Oh, no,
Bueller.
Billie Jean. Never mind. It wasn't Emma Jean. Billie Jean, I was thinking.
There was an Imogene Coca as an actress.
Was it Emma, E-M-M-A, Emma Jean, or Imogene?
I thought it was Imogene.
It was Imogene, I think. Emma, I don't know what her name was, actually.
I can't trust my memory that far back.
How's Bernie?
Good.
Okay, so what's exciting to me is stem cell therapy that works. Stem cell therapy. And that's Centeno Schultz. Now, there are so many people advertising stem cell therapy. And I can tell you, they are phony baloney if they have fluids shipped into the clinic and use those as their so-called living stem cell therapy, because stem cells die in transport. It's just a fact. And if they concentrate them enough to transport them, they're breaking the law. The only way to deliver living stem cell therapy is the way Centeno Schultz does it. And they're MDs. That's why you don't find chiropractors doing it. They extract them at the time of delivery and then deliver them with imagery. That's why you can avoidsurgerytoday.com. Avoidsurgerytoday.com. Of course, there are no guarantees, but they know what works and what doesn't because they were the first clinic doing it, and they have records to show. 303-963-9201.
Tommy, I have Corey here. Where do you want him to sit? And Dan Lopez is here. I can put him in with Dad.
Why is Dan? Oh, okay. Oh, well, let's wait till the top of the hour, and then they come in here.
Okay.
We're going to switch seats.
Okay.
Right.
You get a price, and that price is pretty darn close. He charges wholesale for all his materials and only charges for fabrication and installation. The tear out hallway free. He'll also do the bathroom free when you do the kitchen. So it's easy.
I remember when we did Stephanie's house. She did a big remodel.
I know. She did all. We have all your windows in there. We have double latches. They're beautiful windows. To this day, they are perfect.
Those are magic windows.
Yeah.
We haven't sold those in a long time.
They were good windows.
Yeah.
All your windows are good.
And we have so many great reviews. If you want,
What's the best supplier you liked, or manufacturer? What was the one you liked the most over the years? Magic had to be one of them, right? Did they go out of business?
No, the biggest issue with Magic is they're in Toronto. And so shipping across the international
they are a good
border.
window, though.
They're a good window, but shipping across the international border is just a real pain in the ass. You just never know. So we moved away from them. Republic was good when they were good, but when they went out of business. So currently, I'd say Softlight's probably our top supplier.
Softlight's a good window. Softlight, only company to be Energy Star partners. with the EPA. They only choose one company.
Energy Star Partner of the Year for the last
6 years now.
Yeah.
Any Energy Star Partner of the Year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And that means.
So essentially, they meet all the requirements.
Energy.
Yeah.
You guys have to let me. That's why you're getting a new marketing director. You got to constantly feed me new shit. Okay, and like the Batten, Board and Batten, and Energy Star.
Board and Batten just came out.
Yeah.
Partner.
Of the year.
Yeah.
Last 6 years, this is
for 2019 and the 5 years prior, right?
Correct.
2019 Energy Star Partner of the Year, and
so there's they have several of those depending on the category. When it comes to windows, soft lights, when they receive that. Of course, they have them for other manufacturing goods too.
Okay. 2019 Energy Star Partner of the Year plus 5 years prior to that. Okay, then plus 5 years prior to that. And then let me know about next year. When do they decide Energy Star?
Usually we're notified about May. Yeah, it's usually around May.
Okay. All right. And anything else you guys can think about?
Well, let's see here. They're both of them are ALMA Gold certified windows. So,
what does that mean?
So ALMA is an independent body and
American
Architectural Manufacturers Association.
Yeah.
So essentially, what that is if they come in and they will pull a window off a line, complete a window. They test it for every little thing. And they will certify. There's different certification levels. Silver, gold being the best. Gold being the best.
Who's your manufacturer now?
We both Sunrise and Softlight are the two primary ones that we use.
Is one for fixed and one for moving, or are they both?
Are they different price points?
They're similar price points.
Then why do you have two different lines?
Over the years, I've had one line. Like when the Pope went out of business.
Oh, I get you. Okay, good idea. So you just alternate orders?
That's been a while.
What happens is each one has something the other may not. So, for instance, like Sunrise. Sunrise uses a type of glass package that doesn't use an argon gas to get its energy efficiency. So, from an altitude standpoint, that window can go anywhere. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So.
They found mine in his trunk today.
Oh, really? Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Edward has a question about inside insulation. What's happening? Edward.
Hey, Tom, how you doing this morning?
Doing good. What's going on?
This is what I have. Basement, one wall. It's in a condo, so I have homeowners on each side of me.
Yeah.
The outside wall, one of them have been insulated. Where the equipment is and the washer and dryer, that wall have not been insulated, and it is an outside wall.
Yeah,
but
Rocky
however,
Mountain Retro Foam, brother. You'll never do better.
But wait a minute now. What I want to do is insulate the wall that is separating. There is a wall separating my equipment room.
Rocky Mountain Retro. It'll soundproof it as well, up to 80%. It's the best stuff in the world. Listen to what they do. They drill a hole, one hole. They go in, they go to the bottom, fill it up. Then they go up top and fill it down. And the whole wall, it never gets rock hard. It soundproofs. It's a tremendous R value. It never deteriorates. There's no off-gassing. There is it's also an injection foam. It's not a spray foam. It's an injection. It remains pliable. You can snake through it. You can wire through it. It's the most phenomenal stuff you want to see.
Okay, I understand about that, but I don't think you're following me.
Okay.
There is a wall between that outside wall that's not insulated that I want to insulate with bat insulation.
Okay.
Should that happen? And if
tell me what I'm not getting, Edward. You have a wall that's not insulated, right? An exterior wall. What is you have just to help me understand, you have the outside on one side of that wall, the exterior, the air, the outside air, and then what's on the other side, directly on the other side of that wall? Is it drywall?
No, there is no drywall at all. And
is it open? Hold on. Are you talking open studs?
Open studs, but it's 9 feet from the uninsulated wall.
Okay.
It's my equipment room that's not insulated.
I get
it. The room that goes into my. Okay.
So you're telling me there is an exterior wall. Is it the back of your townhome?
That is correct.
Yeah, and there's an exterior wall that has open studs and siding on the outside, and then you have.
Actually, it's the basement. It's a basement.
Okay.
And it doesn't have studs.
Is this the foundation wall?
It's a concrete wall, and then you move in so many feet, and you have a studded wall, right?
That is correct.
And that's an open wall too. I mean, excuse me. That's an open wall, right?
That is an open wall. It is not insulated. That's what I want to insulate.
But is it open wall? You can see the studs.
Yes, I can see the studs.
Okay, so you have a concrete wall. I get it. And the equipment room is between the concrete and that wall?
Yes.
Okay, and you want to insulate your entire equipment room?
That is correct.
Why?
Well, no. I'm sorry, Tom. Not the entire equipment room, but the living space.
Right. So what you do is exactly what you said. The interior wall, you insulate. So your equipment room is between the concrete and an insulated wall. What's on the left and right side of your equipment room?
That's other properties.
Okay, and they are insulated, right?
Actually, one side is and one side is not. It's kind of a weird place.
But I don't know what you're asking because you actually know what you're doing. Insulate around. You don't have to insulate that room unless it gets below freezing. You don't have to insulate it because really fresh air comes into there as combustion air, or you better hope it does, by code, and then you have your flue. So what is your actual question?
Okay, my actual question is, if I insulate that inside wall, not the outside wall, but the inside studded wall, do I need to place the facing towards the living area as I would do in a general insulation job?
Yes, but for comfort and air quality, you should technically enclose the insulation. You don't have to, but you should. Because if you don't, it'll get in the air. And it's not going to be deadly, but I would do it. In fact, what I would do the drywall, and then I would have it foamed. That's what I would do. But you do anything you want. But the answer to your question is yes. Face it as if you are facing into any living area with any insulation batting. We have more coming right up.
I couldn't get what you're talking about either.
I figured it was foundation wall.
No, the guy is very smart. He knows exactly what he wants. I just misunderstood him.
All right,
but I would
have.
still do exactly what I said.
I would have.
I just need to run to the restroom, guys, and I'll push this.
It's good seeing you guys today. Thank you for answering all my questions.
See you, Ted. See you, Scott.
All right, Mike. When you get the names of that company, will you send it to me?
Which one?
On the excavation stuff.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I like being educated.
Do you want me to send you?
What's that?
I'll send you a couple options, Ted. In fact, I'll start the email right now.
Always makes us feel a little bit smarter.
I'm always flipping houses and building, so everything I know.
You might be better off having a good excavator.
Scott Batanz, how you doing, Dan?
Who's excavating for?
Corey. He's got his hands full.
Corey's in the house.
Hi, Corey. Nice to see you again.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right, guys. Take care.
See you again 2 days in a row. Be good. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you.
Let me grab all this stuff. You sit right there, Corey. That's good.
Who's excavating? You talking about the sewer line he was excavating? Mark?
And then you can have, you're good
talking
here.
About the sewer line he was excavating?
Yep, you're fine.
Yeah. Okay. Corey and Dan? How you doing, Corey? Corey, hi, Clint. I haven't met you yet. Dan?
Dan, how you doing?
Dan Lopez.
You look familiar?
He's been in here before.
No, you look familiar like a family member.
Yeah? Wow.
Yeah, because we are family. Okay, I got all my just so you know, if you can silence your cell phone, that would be appreciated. Headphones to hear the show. Here's your on. So you might want to move your laptop.
Is that right?
On when you're talking, off when you're not. Here's volume for your headphones. If you have any issues, I'm going to be downstairs, so you can wave Daphne down, talk to Mark, talk to Dan. Anybody can help you.
All right.
I'll be listening downstairs. You guys have fun. You know the drill.
You got a twin out there.
Okay.
What do you
Silence
guys
your cell
do?
phone, Dan. Thank you.
Oh, we do merchant processing. Merchant processing, we're a tech company.
What's explain?
Credit card processing. When somebody hands you
Oh,
a credit
okay,
card, we provide all of the infrastructure and technology that backs that.
I realized that somebody had to do it, but I never realized. You never think of.
I'm in the studio. I'm in the studio with Tom Martino. I can't talk right now. Okay, bye bye.
You got more than one person on that phone line, right, Corey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was I going to say, damn it? Totally spaced whatever I was doing. Son of a bitch.
Have you been in here before?
That never happened.
No. Sometimes.
Never happened.
Well, it's happened.
If somebody finds
but
out
it's
we have
happened on
somebody in here
purpose.
on some subject. Last week we had somebody, on Thursday we had somebody in here from Social Security. Oh my God, the freaking screen lit up with Social Security.
Losing it, bro.
Oh, really?
So every once in a while, we'll have a bunch of merchants that want to call you
this?
over health questions. And other days it doesn't happen. It's just weird.
Yeah. You know, I think that's
No, don't ever say that fucking name
with,
again, Dano.
That's right here.
Really.
Where? No. It's merchants first, you.
Yeah, but if you can educate, it's mostly merchants you deal with, right? Stores and stuff?
Yeah, we deal with all kinds of businesses. We have a whole line of products that specialize in e-commerce and
make a quick banner. Actually, go to actually, please do that.
Where is it?
Go
to get you in here to where
saving on fees.
The best thing you can do is educate people about what
grab the logo.
You know, so they
make
realize.
Make a banner, man.
Because I don't know.
Man, fucking stock market's killing.
That's why I'm questioning you, because I don't know, and if I don't know, other people don't know.
You know, a lot of people, everybody's great at what they do. You know, and outside of that box, you know, a lot of individuals.
I'll question that. Okay.
They like to.
What I found, Mark, seriously, is most people are.
Yes. Hello, gentlemen. You too,
Hey. Right.
He looks like a cousin's husband.
Like a gangster, brother.
He looks like Tony. Just like Tony, my cousin's husband in Ohio.
I never met Tony, did I?
No, you haven't met Tony. He looks like
Here, wait.
Even the same hair.
Everybody has somebody who looks like you.
Merchants.
Right. Do they? Okay.
Usually it's when they want
I think I have the actual.
You blew me away yesterday with that brought
right here.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I even showed Debbie.
I thought Tony had a
what's that?
Oh
my God!
I was like, you never
Byron.
He didn't know about Byron. He asked me the other day, how's Byron?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know you were.
Nice to meet you. There's a water for you.
You gotta remember, I didn't know Byron.
Either of you guys
I just know the store.
You know when I came in, Tom, I was thinking yesterday, you know who sat next to me in your office? Father John.
Grab a square one, not a round one.
He said right. He said right. He said his head's chair.
Can you spare a square?
I can
He
spare
was a great
square.
guy, man. Father
Is your
John.
metal building done?
Yeah, I got one part left, which is the driveway cement. But yeah, building's beautiful, bro.
Did you get my text?
Yes.
It's totally oversight. Totally. It was like, oh my God, yes. I swear to you.
How many square feet of driveway?
Is Steph going? All right, then we'll be there. If she wasn't going,
we'll have fun.
The last one was kind of.
No, that one.
I'll be honest, there was not a lot of people there.
Sponsored by Mattress Firm.
As the lunch hour gets underway
Okay,
on this
so I need
Tuesday,
to,
our transmitting
I better tell
station
George, too, and you tell your guys.
Shoulders there, back up to I-70.
Especially your guys, all your commercial people. You know, all your commercial.
Invite them?
Yes.
All right, well, send me whatever the invite looks like so I can do that. I'll get it done while we're doing this here. Freaking Dana.
I'm gonna let me clarify with Jeremy. They didn't send out invitations that they have to show at the door, because then it'd be embarrassing. Because then they probably already did.
Ask them.
I'm gonna ask right now.
Denver and 49 with your impact traffic and weather. I'm Pete Wagner on 630 K-How.
Website will be merchantfirst.com. That's what the website will be.
No, the website is savingonfees.com. That's savingonfees.com.
Is that what you want up there? And you want this number?
Yes.
Online or in store.
No, or the 866.
You do not have to take a
866-966-4357. Did you guys get that handled, Corey?
Yes.
How about those doors inside your home?
And we can recut it, because I don't like that, by the way.
What?
Okay.
Just
my voice?
It doesn't match what's really going on. You've got to hear it, then redo it. It's
But
nothing you did wrong. Well, actually, it is something.
No,
you did.
tell me, though. Tell me what it is. I don't care. Really.
It's just your squeaky voice.
No, what is it, Mark? Is it the message or what?
Yeah, just the way their voicemail works, the message doesn't quite match what's going on.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
You mean yes. So how do I redo it? What do I say? Differently? Do I say it? Or?
Well, after the show, you call it up and listen to what you're saying there and how it works, and then redo it. Make sense?
Yep. Well, shouldn't I do? Okay. I was wondering if I should go down and do it now.
Well, it's not that easy because you can't just dial into it. So for right now, really, it should just go to live people answering the phone, right, Corey?
Yeah.
200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's talk to
on the way over here, I had a call with everybody who's supposed to be on the phone. Make sure they're at the phone. Make sure they've had their lunch. They took it early.
The Troubleshooter.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe where we are fighting for you. We fight for you in so many ways. We take calls, problems, questions, complaints. We also plug good stuff. I do. Do you know I believe commercial is just as important as the show because the people I've checked out. Now, if you ever have an issue, you call me about it because we stand behind them all. Panacea Life Sciences, the CBD products that work. It's that easy. Panacea. HelpMyPainCBD.com. Daff, would you tell the truth? You had a neck ache. Come on, and stop, Mark. Mark says, oh, yeah, really. But Mark hasn't tried it yet. But he's not doubting me. But now, what happened with your neck pain yesterday? It was wrenched, and you were bitching about it. What happened?
For 2 weeks, I have had pain.
What happened?
It's gone, and it has not come back.
You know why?
Hey,
Here's why.
If I rub enough of that stuff on her, will she disappear altogether?
Now, here's what it is, Daff.
stole mine.
Here's what it is. You had a knot or you had a tent, the spasming. It was causing pain. It doesn't cure things, but what it did was relaxed it enough where you didn't have to tense and it went away. But I'm just saying, okay, that's it. Bye. That's it. Now, let's talk about something else. We have a major announcement about credit card processing.
Man,
but David,
I've been waiting on this.
David waited so long. I need to take David. But seriously, if you're in business and you like to save money, you got to listen to it. But David first. David, what's going on? David.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Good. You have a conflict. What's going on?
Well, I'm trying to get my roof repaired from some storm damage back in July, and I'm having some trouble in getting the insurance company and the roofer to agree on what the price should be.
Okay, good. I want to know this. Who did you call first?
Wow, it's been months. I can't remember. I think it might have been the roofer. No, I made the claim first.
Okay.
And then I called the roofer.
So the adjuster came out first and gave a price, right?
No, actually, they were here together when the adjuster wrote the estimate.
Okay. By the way, that's a wrong. That's a bad. That's not the. David, hold on, bro. Just hold on. For those listening, don't do what David did. Don't have them there together. Bad. I would call the roofer first. Make the roofer tell me exactly what's wrong and what I need. Then have the insurance out. Because if the roofer says it's not a claim, then I don't have a claim. But I would do that first. And because I don't want, first of all, if a roofer asks me if I had the adjuster out and I call the roofer after and the roofer says, what did the adjuster say? I say to the roofer, none of your business. You tell me what I need because I want them to be totally independent. So, David, you had the adjuster and roofer at the same time, and they can't arrive at a price. Who wants to do more? Let me guess. The roofer, because insurance adjusters cheat their people all the time. Is that right? Okay, bye. He lost out on what could be the most valuable information he will ever get.
Oh, come on, give it to him anyhow.
He needs to call a public adjuster because, first of all, a roofer is not even allowed to be negotiating with an insurance person, and they don't have the skill set. If you call a public adjuster on a referral list at referrallist.com, you will absolutely, positively get more money. How about that? And there will be no argument because he'll take care of it all for you. And it's just bottom line, it's going to work. If you want to get more money on your claim that's justifiably yours based on what you're paying for, the coverages they will never volunteer, like site allowances and other things, and just good old-fashioned profit and overhead. There's so many different things you are entitled to. You need to call a public adjuster. Then you go one step further if that doesn't work.
Do you know when profit and overhead kick in, by the way?
When you have like 3 jobs or more.
Yeah, generally 3 different things.
3 different things because there's no one general. You're the general.
That's right. It's amazing. I'm dealing with Matt right now at my house. I'll let you know how it goes.
Now, we have a major announcement, and this is true for any business, big, medium, or small. I mean, yeah. Are we going for small, medium, and large?
You name it, brother, unless you're Walmart or Target.
Now, let me just explain something. We hear complaints all the time on this show from all walks of life, right? Businesses call us, like when they have a deadbeat consumer or they have a defective supplier or whatever, right? Now, one time the guy calls us and Mark, I swear to God, I think he was paying $6,000 for his equipment, his credit card equipment, and he was paying outrageous fees on his stuff. And he wanted to get out, but it was like a 6-year contract. And we said, what the hell is going on? This guy was being screwed. Over the years, Mark, how many times have we heard from consumers?
Monthly.
And then you started shopping for us because we take credit cards for the referral list and for commercials and different things we do. And we said, okay, what's going on? Mark said, I'll handle it. So he loves shopping. And he says, Tom, wait a minute. We got to share this. Not only is this good for us, but I want to start selling it. I want to do this, and let's just pass the savings on.
I feel like the guy in the suit commercial. Not only do I like the company, I bought it.
But we started our own. No, there's no bull, man. We started our own because this conflicts with no one. No one's going to get upset about this. In fact, if you take credit card payments, you're going to love us, including iHeart. Do they take credit card payments?
I'm sure they do. I pay them a lot of money each month.
No, but seriously. No, serious. Lowest rates guaranteed, absolutely best terms, conditions, the best customer service because you got my name on it, plus free equipment. And no what were you going to say?
Well, they're the best rates out there. But
no long-term contracts.
There's something else.
What?
This one's going to blow you away.
What?
If you want to pass the fees on to the consumer. Let's say you own a Goodyear store like I used to.
Okay.
And the credit card rate is going to be the best possible, but if you want to pass that on to the consumer so you pay 0 fees, we can do it.
Now, wait a minute, because we did some research once when a consumer complained about this, and we said, you can't be surcharged for using.
You're damn right you can't, not in the state of Colorado, but you can offer a discount on a cash purchase. And our new company has a way to do this. But if you don't want to pass it on. No, you don't.
Listen, the rates are so low, you may not want to pass them on.
That's right, but you might want to.
Well, you have a right to do that. You have a right to pass on any expense you want.
You have a right to give a discount.
No, I'm talking about expenses in business in general. Okay,
yes.
You're right. For example, one time this car mechanic, he would put down, he got more complaints about this. Even though every shop charges this, he got complaints about it. Do you know what it was?
Shop supplies.
Yes, and towels. He broke it down. Towels and this and that. People complain more about that, and I said, don't you know that everyone pays that? You're paying it even if he doesn't list it, but you'd pay more. So what he wants to show you is that his service for that job is this much, and what he delegates to that job is this much in shop supplies. He got more complaints about it. And you know what? I said, just don't do it, man. Just don't do it. Because it looks stupid. It looks like you're nickel and diming. Could you imagine? You go to your mechanic and you see, okay, this much for labor, this much for parts, shop supplies. Then another line item says kids' braces. The other one, college tuition. I mean, come on, right? You can. I mean, but you can, but you can't. So talk about the credit card processing. We started a company called Merchants First.
That's right, because they're the number one.
Well, when it comes to credit cards, yes, they're being beat up, and merchants are consumers too.
And you can go to the website, savingonfees.com, and we teamed up with somebody that's been in the business forever, and I'll let you introduce Corey.
Go ahead, Corey. Corey Kropp. Corey Kropp. Merchants First, savingonfees.com. We said, Corey, help us out. Okay, so exactly, you tell everyone what our company is all about.
Sure. Well, thank you for introducing
me. This is the ultimate in saving money. I'm telling you, it's going to be good for everyone.
I don't care what size, and I'm sorry, Corey, I'm going to interrupt. I don't care what size company you are. If you're taking credit cards, we can save you money and no long-term contracts.
And no contracts and free no long-term contract and free equipment. Go ahead. So that's why we're better, right?
That's exactly right.
What about getting the money? You know how people have to wait sometimes?
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. What we do is we apply for next day funding on every account. Doesn't matter who they are, how big they are. We apply for that on every single account so that we can make sure that we're getting them the best possible payments every single day as fast as we can, weekends, Mondays, as fast
So you swipe a card on Monday, you get paid on Tuesday.
That's exactly right, if they qualify.
Corey, the truth is, the thing about contracts and free equipment and the thing about low fees, everyone could do if they wanted to. This is what's weird. When we got together with Corey, we said we don't want to charge anything above that. So it's not that it's foreign to the industry. It's that no other processors are willing to do it. We are willing to do it. Isn't it that simple?
It's that simple.
Right.
I mean,
when they say you have to have a long-term contract or you have to pay for this equipment, that's that person doing that to you or that company.
That's exactly right. When you're looking at your early termination fee in your contract, that's completely waivable. When you're looking at your contract.
Of course it is.
We're not going to put it on there. We want to make sure that we're taking care of you. You're happy with the product. You're happy with the service. You're happy with the product. You're happy with the service so that we don't have to worry about that early termination fee ever. You know, we're here to work with you, and we're large enough to be able to bring you the best rates in the industry. And we're small enough to give you that one-on-one contact and that service that you deserve.
Tom, the other trick is, this is the part that blows me away. Generally, there's multiple hands in the pot. So the guy that knocks on your retail store trying to get you to sign up for their credit card, he's getting a percentage of every single thing you do.
Right, and if he gets you equipment.
Well, we don't have hands in the pot.
I know that. If you call us directly. So bottom line, let's get it out there and then move on to some other calls. So, savingonfees.com, can merchants sign up there?
Well, no. What they can do there is fill out the form, and they'll call back instantly. These guys will call back, or you can call 866-966-HELP, and that's going to be the number forever.
I love it. 866-966-HELP. Or 866-966-4357. We're live on YouTube, live on Facebook. We're also on the iHeartRadio app. We're also podcasts all over, including iTunes. So here's what I want to know. If someone's listening after hours, when do they call that number? Normal business hours or anytime?
Yeah, normal business hours, but we have a service where we can pick up those voicemails wherever we're at on our cell phones.
And you can chat. You can chat with a rep right now. You can go to savingonfees.com and literally chat with a live rep.
Okay, this was a long time in the making. All right, we've been working on this for a long time. We are so proud of it. Now let's talk to Cameron about. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Cameron, hold on. He wants to talk about Flight for Life. Uh-oh. He owes a lot of money, plus a GoFundMe site, plus a contractor called Happy Home Remodeling, which apparently isn't so happy, and then a truck driver has a comment on roofers and negotiating with insurance. All of that coming up.
It's Ross Kaminsky.
Mornings at 5.
Red Milk is one of the best.
Yes, I do. Let's see, let me jump on and make sure.
Budget? Is it budget?
7:05 here on 630 K-How.
Budget A1 transmission and auto repair. This is what I mean when I say commercials are part of the show. I'm going to tell you about something that is perfect, and that is a free transmission estimate, which includes
removing the transmission from your car and opening it up and looking at it and giving you an exact estimate. And you say, well, Tom, what if I decide not to have it done? You're still not charged. And if they can't beat another deal that you want, still not charged. You take it anywhere you want. 303-781-9858. 781-9858. Budget A1 transmission and auto repair.
If you have traditional insulation in your walls, you're probably paying too much on energy bills. You need
Clint, Kelly said you've never called her. It was from a call last week, so I got
God,
her
I
number.
have called her. What the hell? Don't tell me that.
You.
I sent
That's
you
what
an
she
email.
said.
This
Fake
is our
news.
tin guy.
Yeah, that's our tin man. So.
Here, you can announce it.
Guess who also,
when I say, hey, Dad, let's talk about it.
who also called? Dilbert called for you downstairs.
No. Oh,
Delbert?
Dan Delbert
Delbert?
called twice,
Delbert?
and he goes,
The guy
"You
you
weren't
talked to.
listening." I
The
guess
pain
he
guy?
wants to.
The pain guy?
They've asked him to settle, and he needs
The
a number
RTD
to know.
lawsuit.
So you need
Oh.
to call him back and tell him how much. Dan, he's your guy.
RTD wants to settle, and they want you to tell them how much they settle.
But he's the one looking for drugs, basically.
And turning that around, that was our take.
What was that?
Rubbing the CBD all over and maybe
Sorry.
you go away. But
Sorry.
No,
I
copied that from you.
He copied that from me. He stole my line.
Hey, I don't know, but goddamn, I did tell her. I called her.
I thought you said there was nothing wrong with it.
There is nothing wrong with it. I have her contract. It says right there, 15% if they don't do the second one.
Right.
And everything's there.
No, I remember we talked about that.
Yeah. She paid. You paid exactly what
Is it too late for me to buy these guys Jimmy John's?
Yep. And I told her that. She's not happy with what I told her. She's not happy with the answer I told her.
I mean, what do you think? Is it too late? 12/31/32?
Don't tell me you've never been called.
Okay, so what's the deal with
My phone's gonna be
the invites? Can I invite Frank and invite my people, or
I
what?
didn't get an answer yet. I didn't get an answer. Just hold on. I see.
I called her and followed up with that.
I wanted to make sure they're.
They weren't happy.
I
They
know.
weren't happy.
I know. She was very unhappy with the answer I gave her.
I'm consumer advocate
Can't help it.
major, and I'm going to give you a tip that can save you thousands. If you ever have any problems with your furnace
Guess
or
what
air
day it is.
conditioner, go to
Tuesday.
Come over here.
PriceFixerDenver.com
I'm not
and
gonna
give
tell
these
you
guys a call. They
We don't
never
want
charge you
someone
for
calling
diagnostic.
Okay, guys, we're stop whispering like little girls over there. Like you're in middle school.
Okay, I want ham and cheese, extra ham, extra cheese, extra mayo.
Guaranteed lowest rate. If your
On
furnace
which?
breaks, go to PriceFixerDenver.com. Brent Ivinson
Um,
from Home Loans.
You don't even know what today is.
It's Balloon Boy.
Son of a bitch.
I had it. I put it up on the screen.
God, why did you do that?
You.
I had the whole bit going down, and you fucking crushed it.
You crushed it. You crushed it.
Because I owed you. I don't know. Look what I put up with.
I had a whole
This
thing.
is abuse.
How did you put it on a
Mark abuse.
Oh, yeah.
I saw it on Facebook and somebody's called.
10 years ago.
That's why it's up there.
God,
Would you
Someone
like to
let
check?
us
Same
know,
thing?
and Suzanne told me.
Is it really, though?
It is. 10 years later.
They
The
moved
truth
Tom
comes
Cruise
out.
has- Do you know what you like at Jimmy
no, there's
John's?
no truth. They still say that.
What
they're
truth?
not
What
even-
was it?
You take a
Some
look. I'll
website
get
is
everybody
saying,
else.
That he truly loves.
What Tom has.
Exactly.
They're still saying, the family's still
Exactly.
saying they thought he was
Yes,
in the balloon.
I'm with you.
Yep.
You want a number 9?
I don't, you met, did you meet the dad ever or no?
Well, not me.
You want the ham
He's a
that's
clown.
Yeah, it's all bullshit. Then he tried to start a boy band or something weird
Number
looking.
9
And then,
is Italian.
a bear, a scratch your back post. A scratch your back post.
What does that mean?
For the house.
This
There's a
is
post
like-
that you put in your house.
This
and you
is what I
scratch your
deal
back
with.
on.
Like you rub up
Abuse.
Well, that's weird.
Like a bear?
Look it up.
He was trying to sell those.
Yeah.
When
In
Jim
hole.
drives away.
Like a bear, huh?
Scratch.
What
Okay, now,
number? It
number
doesn't
12.
say
What
what
did I
it is.
just
Number
tell you?
12?
Actually, you know what? Let me have that.
That's correct.
Daff, you blew it. I had the whole thing set up.
Yeah, the bet's going.
And
I was
you
going to
want that
call
with
in
bread?
and say, guess what
You want an
happened?
unwich, you want bread.
There's
My
another
son's in a
balloon.
balloon.
My son's in a balloon. Where's Martino in the helicopter?
What are they? Peppers?
Damn it.
No, yes. One yes,
It would have been great.
Thank you.
You have the
Tom, Miles is in a balloon.
do you have the R44 back then?
What?
The R44.
Bear Scratch, I think it's called. Let me see. That's him. Go to Go to bearscratch.com. Go to it.
That's them.
That's him. Bearscratch.com.
I spell bear.
Bear. B-A-R-E.
B-A-R-E or
Yeah,
bear?
No. B-E-A-R. I'm sure you're talking about the animal.
Can we get him on Shark Tank, maybe?
It's bearscratch.com.
Go to Bear Scratch.
I'm looking at it. It's right here.
Bears, what is it called?
Bearscratch.com.
What an idea.
Look who's talking. I
What an
figured you'd
idea.
come up with it over there.
Pet Rock.
Pet Rock. Yeah, that fits in with that.
Was it 10 years?
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Listen, man, we got a lot happening here, and I got to get to the phones. And then, but we can't stress enough, credit cards, saving on credit card fees for all businesses, big and small, guaranteed, lowest cost, and free equipment and no long-term contracts at all. The best customer service, because Mark and I started this company for merchants, and it's called Merchants First. SavingOnFees.com. Also, let's talk about the anniversary you want to talk about, Mark.
10 years ago today.
Yes.
Mr. Martino
hold on.
was flying
Don't
around
you believe you should
chasing.
lead? And so was every other helicopter for every other news outlet. So no.
Chasing some wacko said his kid was in a balloon.
Here's what I want to know. Why didn't you? Channel 9 did. Channel 4 had they all have helicopters. Okay, why do you lead with me going out? Because I'll tell you why. Because I'm sitting here, and I thought because I still had a son, and
the balloon boy.
Oh my God! They said a little boy trapped in a balloon, and I'm thinking, oh my God. So really, I don't feel bad about wanting to go out and help, and I thought, holy crap. And what happens? Of course, that fathers pulled a scam on everyone.
They suckered you.
But they still maintain it was true that they didn't know, and he was asleep upstairs. But he was told to go to sleep or whatever.
That was on Fox, CNN. That thing was
live.
Nationwide news.
And then I went out in my helicopter and flew around and blah, blah, blah. And I was on KOA and stuff. But here's the point. Why do you think that's so funny, Mark? Why? You thought the kid was in there.
I don't know what I thought.
You thought the kid was in there. Everyone did.
That kid. And then his dad, what did they do? Try to start a boy band, reality TV.
Oh, he wanted a reality TV show. Then they started a boy band. Then people don't understand this. He has a website right now. He sells stuff.
You're not going to believe this.
It's called bearscratch.com.
It's a stick. This has to be the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
And it's $24.99. Honest to God, it's called
quote,
Bear
a
Scratch.
great, unique
it says,
gift
itchy
idea.
back, dirty hands, can't reach. Do you know what, though? What's really funny about this? There's a spot I can't reach with my back, and I'm always going to the corner of a wall, and I hate smooth walls. I love a good stone wall, but this thing appeals to me.
It's a stick. For
Bear Scratch.
For $24.95.
Bear Scratch. Okay.
Sold to you by the father of Balloon Boy.
Okay, let's go. Cameron, tell me about this flight. What the hell is going on?
Hey there. I got in a car accident back in 2016.
Okay.
Rolled the car over and was knocked unconscious. Turns out I just got 3 stitches at the hospital. But I was the people in a rural area, ambulance came out, and they called a Flight for Life.
Well, they must have thought you were pretty.
Miles.
Hold on. They must have thought you were pretty hurt.
Yeah, they did an assessment, and I was lucid, but kind of out of it. They thought there was probably something, a concussion or something like that. When I got to the hospital, I was actually released with 3 stitches in my eyebrow and no concussion.
Anyway, where are we going with this, bro?
Well, the scenario is they put me on a Flight for Life. It was PHI Air Ambulance Company, went 15 miles from the location to the closest hospital, and I got a bill for $38,000, of which the insurance company paid $6,900, and I'm being balance billed for the rest. Now, that was 3 years ago, and my credit's trashed. They're hammering me constantly with collection calls now through Bonneville Collections. And I don't have a job. I haven't had a job for a while with any consistency. And it's just, it's kind of a real nightmare.
Did you actually call Flight for Life and try to negotiate this?
Oh yeah, tried to do that, and they said, oh well, we'll bring it down to like 24,000. But I don't have a job. They didn't care. Then they sent it to a collection agency who boosted it higher than that for their collection amount and the whatever fees they want to charge on top. But I've tried to negotiate this in numerous ways, and I'm just hitting brick walls. And here we are, 3+ years later, and got a girlfriend trying to rent an apartment and can't get an apartment now because my credit's trashed because I owe $38,000 or whatever it is on the balance billing, $31,000. It's just insane.
It is totally insane. Boy, you do know it's a bill and you are responsible. However, the argument that you're not responsible, the Good Samaritan, it's not actually called Good Samaritan law, but there are laws that address this that basically say, look, you got this, it was an emergency, you needed it. If you try to go argue that, it's going to be very difficult. I would just say to pay it. No, I'm just kidding. You can't pay it, right? So let's talk about, I want to call Integra Insurance and ask them about it. In general, though, Flight for Life said they would not negotiate anything. That doesn't sound like them.
Well, they negotiate, but it wasn't very much. It was 10 or 15% off. And
well, did you tell them? You tell them that you're going to have to do bankruptcy. There's no way you can pay it.
Yeah, I've been a student, so I've got student loan bills and I've got all this other stuff. I didn't have any income coming in for several years. There's absolutely no way that I can pay this. And they were just very flippant about it and weren't. Well, they didn't even care. They said, that's not my problem.
Do you own a home?
We'll just bill you when you get a job.
Do you have a home?
No, I'm a student. My parents have a home, but I'm older.
All right, this is the time. Listen, bro. You may have to do a bankruptcy. You may have to.
Okay.
Now, the other thing. What about possibly doing a chapter? You don't. Complete liquidation is one thing. You could do one where you could get that debt out of there. Or
I don't own anything.
Yeah, but that's good. You might, listen, you need to talk to a good bankruptcy attorney about the possibility of a Chapter 13 or just a Chapter 7. But you're going to have to do something. I don't know what else to do. These guys won't negotiate. Aren't they part of St. Anthony's?
Well, this is actually, I don't know about.
I know what happened. Really they went to a collector. I know what's happening. This collector bought that for pennies on the dollar. I'll bet you St. Anthony's would never try to collect it. That's what's happening here. You got a third-party collector.
Yeah, probably so. Bonneville's pretty obnoxious.
You ought to find out if St. Anthony's or Flight for Life sold that debt or are they still in charge of it, because they will negotiate with you. Find out.
This is Denver's talk station with Ross Kaminsky and
I don't know if you're actually logged on to tech scoring.
Mark, yeah, I've got You're talking about Zendesk?
Yeah.
On here? Yeah, I've seen
So
it.
my wife was first.
Mark, is Flight for Life the number one reason?
No, medical. Just medical.
They said when you got an unconscious patient, you always send them Flight for Life. And,
38 grand.
yeah, he was chewing them out about it, about not.
They really want
We
this
getting
as a
some action. Can you tell?
Yeah, let me pull up the phone line.
I'm not even logged in at all.
They should make it like Bark.
I mean, we've got a couple. I had one call 14 minutes ago, and they were on for a couple seconds, and they hung up. They didn't even wait for a ring.
Oh, you can buy a whole package.
Somebody's on the phone now.
For somebody.
Is my problem with that message? Could it make people hang up? Does it not make sense?
I don't think it makes sense, but it's
I've got on my coffee table a back shirt.
I think we just need one additional one, just as a greeting.
Yeah.
Right now it says you know what it says.
You told me not to put in that extra step of the greeting. You said
that's what they should do.
They're going to either be leaving a message or not.
Put it on the wall and just have it hang on that.
Okay.
Going like this.
Let's just do a greeting and then
I think it should go to a live
operation.
on here? And then if it rings 4 times, no one picks up. It goes to him to simply leave a message.
That's fine.
Well, then we don't. I have that message already done.
Well, that's not the one
It's like a son of
they're
a
using the
bitch.
leave a message one.
You need the
Well, we have a
latest
leave a
invention.
message because when they're calling in, our lines are. I mean, our lines
but
are
what's wrong with
pretty
that?
tied up anyway.
Here, dial it real quick.
Where's
86.
it going
Just
to?
dial
How
it.
do you get a
So
patent
you
on
see what
that?
I'm saying. Just
Yeah,
dial
we
it.
On a
have
stick.
a bunch of people
You need to
taking
get a
calls.
patent.
Yes,
Yeah.
patent pending.
Oh, it's a what do you call it? The first year, you can get anything. In the first,
I wonder if he used
what's the name of
Mark.
What's the name of the
Did
first?
he use Mark to get his patent on the bear scratch?
No, in the first.
So it's all like a rollover.
Yeah.
Goes to
What
the
do you
next one, goes to the
patent?
next
What's
one.
unique about it?
It's patent pending.
Those rollovers can be a problem
First year
on that.
patent, Dan. Everything.
Sometimes.
In the first year, you can put.
I've been through this before.
Put anything.
He's had since 2010.
Because they take so long to connect on the next class.
The secret is the natural textured tree.
What's wrong with that?
And small knots as deep to get that.
It's gonna ring if it opens up and somebody's on the.
It's made from
If somebody
solid
is hung up
2.5
since that
inch
message
wood.
popped up.
Wood, it's a natural product.
What's wrong with this?
Okay, a whole bunch of, you know what he did? He did a provisional patent. That's what it's called. He did a provisional patent.
I find it odd, but if you don't, I'm good with
Well,
it.
what was wrong with it? I don't know what was wrong with it.
Well, it says leave a message and it starts ringing.
Oh, no problem. I was just checking the. I'm
Is
here
that why you
with,
want?
with the guys on the court. We were just checking to see
I want to know
something
the
happened.
patent. I want to know the patent number. If you get a number on the patent, I'll bet
Okay,
you.
hold on.
Just-
Okay, I
just
see what you're
alleviate,
saying.
leave a
It
message.
rings. It rings. Okay, I get
It
it.
says please leave a message and it rings. What I'm
Okay.
saying is a live person should have the ability to pick
That's
up
right.
within
We
5 or
should.
6
But
rings.
that message is fine if they're truly going to leave a message. It's a
That's
great
true.
message.
But
we
if
got
no
that
one
we-
picks up at 5, then it does that.
Okay, that's fine.
That's
I can
right.
change it. I can
That's
change
right.
it to that.
But you know, I am the brains.
I like that. So we have a live person hold. That
You are
message.
merely my puppet.
Yes.
There's actually stores carrying this.
Can you?
I think the guy probably stumbled on something.
The bear? No.
Stick.
$24.
You know what? Get him one for
It's a conversation piece.
Tom, I don't think it's patentable.
Why don't you get a back scratcher?
Why
It's
is
a
it
fucking
patentable?
stick.
Because it's a stick. It's a natural product. You can't.
No.
patent.
Yes, you can. Of course
You can
Well,
patent
you can
the
provisional.
use.
You can
No,
get
wait.
a provisional patent, but I don't think you can get a full patent.
Of course you can.
I'll bet you he doesn't have a patent.
Well, I'm not saying he does, but of course, if you took a fucking natural stick or stone and put brackets on it to hang on a wall to have a function, why wouldn't you get a patent for that?
Because he didn't put any brackets on it. It's still just a stick.
No, he has brackets to hang on a wall.
Oh, okay. I didn't see those.
It's a functional patent. He's taking a stick and converting it to a back scratcher. But I'll bet you if the stick is even natural. Not that fucking matters with a patent whether something's natural or not. You can't take a stick and patent it. A stick.
Yeah. That's what
But
I'm saying.
if I get a stick and I put a design on it and call it the magic stick, I can.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do something with it.
Manipulate it into something.
Let's
Hey,
buy
would
that
you
up.
put up real quick? So, you know, when I'm backing the bus into the garage, would you put up those yellow poles? I'm getting ready to pour this cement.
Hold on.
In case if I hit the side.
No. You mean a pole that would hurt the bus?
Well, either that or I run into the fucking building.
Mark, you just have a sensor.
Don't you
Doesn't your bus
camera?
have a sensor?
Yeah, it does, but just in case.
I would put feelers up and they just stick on there. They're antenna.
I'm saying instead of hitting the building, it hits a cement pole.
Well, you could. Yeah, you could. I guess. I mean, I never did that. But when I'm backing in, you're saying no. I would. There are
The backup camera.
there are things bumpers. They're called.
Yeah, yellow. They're
Then
usually
they
yellow.
won't, but they won't do harm. You'll just hear that you hit it, and it'll.
Well, they're generally cement with a yellow cover.
Well, no, that's for people
I'm
that
not gonna
own
tennis ball
property.
down.
They don't care about the fucking car, but you care about your bus. You can make. They're a
Yeah, but I'd
fucking-
much rather the bus hit.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Okay, listen, we got a lot we're talking about today. I can't stress enough that if you need help on anything, you can call us at 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. So, David, you want to give a shout out? Go ahead, sir. You've been waiting. I'll let you give your shout out. What's happening?
All right. So this was a Genesis conversation that I had with Frank Duran. My wife and I are contemplating moving up north to like the Brighton area, and I'm just trying to get information on the market, how it's doing, what the prices are, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And the phone rang twice, and Frank answered the phone. And then he was eager to give me the information. I told him, I don't know if I'm going to do it. I depends on how the market is and all that stuff. But I said, if we pull the trigger on it, I'll call you back in 5 minutes after I got the phone, and he shot me a text.
Man, isn't that great? Isn't that great?
Like how you say, like you feel like you're the only one.
I know.
Working
You're
with.
You're thinking. Wait a minute. How can this guy be so good if he answered his own phone after 2 rings? He can't be that busy, but he is. I don't know how he does it. It's so. Thank you, David, for letting us know that. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. We love him. Linda, what's going on with you? Hi, Linda. How can we help you?
I found a CD, and the bank will not allow my trust, to be the beneficiary or the POD.
Well, first of all, what do you mean you found a CD? Is it your CD?
I found a pretty good rate.
Oh, I get it. You want to do a CD, and they won't let you put down your trust
as the beneficiary.
But why? That does not make sense.
It's their policy, but I wondered if there's another way around it.
Hold on. If it's their policy, I'm not sure there is anything you can do about it if there's personal policy. But let's see if there's a way around it with our estate attorney. Hold on, and we'll get a hold of him, okay? MileHighEstatePlanning.com. We're going to try to get a hold of him and see what I would do. I wonder if you can get the CD in your name, and then you, in a piece of paper, assign it to your trust. I don't know. Just wait a second. We'll see. Truck driver Lee often listens on the road.
He's retired.
Oh, he doesn't drive. Then the hell with him. He's not truck driver Lee. He's just Lee. Lee, you have a comment on roofers. Go ahead.
Yes, I do. But first of all, I got to inject something. Yes, retired truck driver, ex-common man. Thank you so much for letting me come in. It was very enlightening. And on to that point, I think Mark or Suzanne should get you one of those bear scratch claws.
Yeah, I know it.
You can use it for your back, but also you could use it like a conductor.
Yes.
Because you conduct, you do it, and you need something like that.
By the way, I don't hate the idea of that back scratching post that hangs on a wall. I think it's kind of cool. But anyway, I wouldn't use it in the house. Nobody would let me hang it there. I would hang it in the garage on the way in.
I had one in my truck. I used it all the time.
A back scratcher?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm always rubbing on the corner of a door, and that's just something I've always done. Hey, but now on to this thing. It's a little bit of a nuance maybe on your part, or just you gave an advertisement, XL
Roofing. Yes, XL Roofing. I love them.
Yeah, and it sounded like to me in the last big ad that you did for them that you were saying that they would be tantamount, call them, and then they'll negotiate with the insurance company, tantamount to a public adjuster.
Well, if I gave that impression, I have to change that. Because here's what they do. When I say negotiate, they're allowed to negotiate on the roof, not price, but they're allowed to negotiate this. Let's say they say you need to replace this section of the roof. And the adjuster says, the whole roof. And the adjuster says, no, only this section. And then Jay may say, or one of his people, or a good roofer might say, well, it won't blend because of this. Then one might say, I see where the flashing around the fireplace needs to be replaced. And then the adjuster says, no, we're not going to pay to replace that. It was old, blah, blah, blah. So it is a nuance, Lee. They are not allowed to say, you should be paying this much per square and this and this and this and this. And they're not allowed to say, plus he's got siding damage, which costs this much. They're not. They're just not allowed to unless they are a licensed public adjuster.
Okay. Well, thanks for the clarification.
But within the scope of their job, they can do stuff. Now, truck driver Lee, while he's listening, we had a retired doctor that's listened to the show for years, and he came in, and he's going to start helping us like Deputy Clint does, and he's going to help us with health care and medical issues as a volunteer. So, Lee, you ought to come in once a week or once a month or whatever, and you ought to help us out. We love smart volunteers that actually become part of the team. We do. What were you going to say, Mark?
I'm just curious if, I don't know how to put this to old truck driver Lee, but I mean, he never picked up lot lizards or anything, did he, when he was out driving?
Well, first of all, is that a myth? Hey, Lee, is that a myth about lot lizards?
You know, I don't really know whether it is or not. I would never do such.
I know that. I could tell.
Thank goodness.
I've been married over 50 years.
No, I could tell. I know that. And we met your wife. But here's the deal. Is that a myth? I mean, are there really prostitutes that go to truck stops?
Yeah, like from one to another, even out of state and stuff. It seems like a very odd lifestyle.
Hey, they busted a ring
I gotta
of
believe
lot
there is.
lizards in
I
Arkansas.
just don't know it.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Maybe other truck drivers have something to say. Jeff has a problem with a remodeling contractor. Jeff?
Yeah, like one. Yeah, how you doing?
The name of the place is Happy Home Remodeling. I guess you're not happy.
Not at all.
Can you get right to the problem? I'm going to go to it after the break, but I need to know the main issue. What's the main issue?
The main issue is the work has stopped. I had to start providing my own materials, even though that wasn't part of the contract. And then
did the guy run out of money?
Oh yeah, he said he had no funds left, and I had some.
Well, listen to this. Listen to this. All right, Jeff. Listen. We got a guy that went to jail who had too many of those stories. Andrew Brown of Weld County is the great DA, deputy district attorney that did it. Listen to that.
Let's get him on, seriously.
Oh, we're going to get him on. Suzanne's working on that. Jamie Bach was sentenced, listen to this, 20 years in jail for being a contractor who was a scumbag. He's also, by the way, at sleazbrigade.com. And I got to update Sleaze Brigade for this.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm.
There's a few trouble spots to watch out for, both on and off the highway in your drive across town. There, crash being cleared westbound 270 approaching Vasquez. Got delays downtown due to a wreck northbound I-25 at Spirits. Off to the shoulder of the off-ramp there. Still curiosity delays there through Colfax. I got a rollover wreck off highway that has westbound Lincoln Avenue closed at Chambers. Avoid the area altogether. I got a crash being cleared at 120th and Washington. Look out for wreck at Alameda and Havana. And, of course, there's the closure of westbound Arapahoe between Quebec and Holly for the water main break. The weather forecast, sunny today with a high near 63. Right now, partly cloudy and 54. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Pete Wagner on 630 K-How.
At Mattress Firm, for a limited time, take home a free adjustable base with purchase of $6.99. Plus, get up to $400 in savings and enjoy zero.
Hi, my name's Nancy.
Yesterday he didn't text me until like 3 o'clock.
Who was that?
Mile High.
We go to lunch there sometimes.
We got him on all the time on the first 2 hours. He must be in his office during those times.
I did. I called, and she called them on the cell, and that's what I was calling. I'll try the office next. Hey, Matt, that guy on Friday, I guess, Kinetic Restoration. Do you remember that?
And that doubled the digital marketing budget for the summer.
Yeah, I guess he had a.
Are we can keep hitting that mark?
What was going on?
He's going to be on?
No, he was on.
Kinetic, what is it?
I guess they were taking care of his house.
See,
I didn't have time to talk to him. I
don't remember any of it.
If I have his number and stuff, I can call him.
That's his number at the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
I left my notebook, so I can't remember.
Oh, that's right.
I don't see a map on here for days.
This is Friday.
Oh, okay, that's why I don't have it.
See, I'll probably Google that.
I don't usually forget these people.
You tweak your credit. It just takes a few hours to get you even better pricing, or they have the rate guarantee.
I'm going to send that email out tomorrow too, Corey. That's going to go to about 400 businesses.
Okay.
I've got my RV back in where it goes in the hangar.
Yeah.
I hung a damn tennis ball down there. Just touches right.
I don't care about the back of it. I'm talking around the 2 doors. I just rather hit the thing than.
I centered the tennis ball right on the camera, so it comes right. You know how your camera's up high? I centered that tennis ball so it backs up, and as soon as it touches that tennis ball, I'm in the center. I'm where I gotta be. It's that easy.
What gives one company the edge over another?
Well, I got a camera and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't you call these guys at Kinetic Restoration? I think you
In other words, Cintas.
Yeah, if you center on the tennis ball, you're not going to hit on the side.
If that's the one where they gave you the project manager's name, and then the phone number was the 719 for the company, one of them just went right to voicemail, and voicemail's full.
Well, 720.
Get ready for the workday.
deserve
Any
to.
installation is
But
beneficial.
they did. I can't remember if they did his
That's
roof.
what I called
think
it.
I think he did his roof.
Oh, is he the one up in Cripple Creek?
Yes.
Yeah,
Was
that's
that
it.
what's it?
Yeah, they never answered. You can't even leave a voicemail.
Or new home.
That's the update.
It compresses existing insulation, filling every crack, nook and cranny. No other existing insulation comes close. Most customers see utility savings.
Blake Curd was. I gotta call Kelly back and give her bad news.
Freeze protection for pipes and a
Give her good news.
Good
Tell her
news.
we're still working on it.
No, it's actually good news. She didn't get taken for anything.
Oh, that's not what she wants.
I know, that's not what she wants to hear, but that's what I put it. I got some good news for you.
I got some good news.
Yeah.
You and your lot lizards.
Tom, he must be at lunch or something.
I used to see him come into that Lulu's.
And your strip bar buffets in Lulu's.
It's up in Peonia.
Never eat at a strip bar buffet.
Lulu's. You know Lulu's out there?
But that wasn't a strip bar.
No. I just
You find a hair in your food.
a lot of places. Hold
I used to go. Hold on.
Yeah.
Do you know what Lulu's had? Cook your own steak.
Yeah.
Oh, did they really? That was the place?
You buy it, they give you a steak, you go out back and cook it.
Those girls would come in from the truck stop over there.
Pour your own
They were
beer.
not looking good.
That's like
I think they
Kramer's
were
make
probably
your own
wrong.
pizza.
Yeah, make your own pizza.
Honest to God, I love the tomahawk
Make
truck.
your
Are
own
they still
pie.
there, tomahawk?
Yeah, that's what you want. People with an
Yeah, they're
800-degree
tomahawk
oven.
How often do you get out there?
About once a week.
How much, sir?
He says all the lot lizards go over to Lulu's.
I saw them a couple times. I saw like 4 girls come over there.
Do they have shirts that say I'm a lot lizard?
No, they have skirts about that wide.
You know what? All the pilots, but there were more pilots than truck drivers sometimes at that truck stop, right?
Oh yeah.
We'd all be there, lying to each other.
I never thought of that. You think there's lot lizards at these little airports?
Hell no.
Like out at Watkins, no lot lizards?
No, but Lulu's, there's a big truck stop out there.
Hanger rats. No.
Ramp rats.
Ramp rats.
Ramp rats, yeah.
Ramp rats.
Yeah. No, those girls that came over were really rough looking, but they looked really cheap.
In Louisville?
Lulu's? No, Watkins.
I'm Tom Martino. You're a troubleshooter. Having given the number out here, people say, wait a minute, Tom. Give that number again. It's 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. That shows me I get new listeners when they need the number. That's great. Now, 24/7 is 303-MARTINO. Let's talk about this credit card processing. Sum it up, Mark, because we're getting calls.
Best rates, no contract, free equipment. What else can you want? Even mobile equipment. If you own like a windshield company and you want to take credit cards when you install the windshield.
Now, 866-966-HELP. Wait for it to ring or leave a message.
Yeah, we're working on that part.
Yeah, okay. So that's 866-966-HELP.
Or go to savingonfees.com.
That's a great website we got, Saving on Fees. Did you get that?
Yes, sir.
And the name of the company is Merchants First, not that you care about that, but we started it with Corey in order to basically pass on what I would call wholesale rates.
At first,
as near to them as you can get. We do make money on it, but not a lot.
At first, we were going to do just referral list members, but then we said it doesn't matter. Whoever wants to save money.
We're trying to get a hold of our estate attorney. Did we get him? He's there? Where is he? I don't see him.
I just haven't had a chance to get him up on the screen.
Put it up for me, please. All right.
It's Blake on line 7.
Blake, there he is. Blake, I'll tell you, man, we've been keeping you busy. MileHighEstatePlanning.com. Blake is the principal attorney. And really, Blake, we get this is a weird question. I'm not sure what you can do. Linda was told by her bank she wants to open a CD and she wants to make the beneficiary a trust. Do you have a trust already, Linda?
Yes.
And the bank said it's our policy not to let trusts be beneficiaries? Is that what they said?
Yes, not a beneficiary or a POD.
What about what if you just simply opened it up in the name of the trust, period?
They won't do that either.
Well, now that's ridiculous. If I had a corporation, would they open one up?
I didn't ask that because I don't have one.
It's an entity. I don't even understand. I mean, Blake, do you have any idea why they would not allow
a trust to open a CD or to be a beneficiary on a CD?
You must be working with a very small bank because there's a lot of money in the trust accounts, and the banks want that trust money. It's very unusual what you're talking about. Banks are usually happy to open up an account in the name of the trust, and they will also open up they will also let you name the beneficiaries, the T as the name of the trust.
What's
typically.
the name?
Sometimes there are some requirements. Go ahead.
What's the name of the bank?
Sachs.
What is
Goldman
it?
Sachs.
Goldman Sachs.
Yep.
You've got to be kidding. You've got to be kidding me. There's no way that they're not. Goldman Sachs.
There is no way. And Linda,
or she's not asking correctly.
Linda, something. We don't believe it. Sorry, Linda, we don't believe it.
I've called three times, and none of them, anybody I talked to said they don't accept trust.
Okay, Blake, oh my God, could you imagine if Goldman Sachs did not allow trusts?
I was shocked.
Okay.
You will get a different answer at every different branch of a bank that you go to. Not to pick on any.
Well,
bank.
Goldman Sachs. Wait. Is Goldman Sachs a bank? I didn't even know they're a bank. Are they a bank?
It's Marcus by Goldman Sachs.
Well, now hold on. What's Marcus?
It's a division of Goldman Sachs.
I never even heard of that. I don't know what you're dealing with here. This is crazy. Marcus is spelled how?
Marcus.
By Goldman Sachs.
It says it's a online bank offering competitive rates on savings account and liquid CDs.
Okay. So, here's what you have here is what's called the moron syndrome. This is something for people online. And listen, this is not. What do you think, Blake? What do you think? I mean, have you ever heard of such a thing?
This is very strange. Banks will usually give you a little bit of a run around, make you jump through some hurdles before you can open up a trust account. That is not unusual. But for them to outright deny letting you,
I think it's because it's online and she called and they don't know how to do it. Bottom line.
Yeah, I think it's purely an online.
That's
bank.
exactly what it is.
Bank.
Well, she wants these rates. First of all, these rates are no fee fixed. Oh, wait, no. Here it is. Is it the 1.90?
That's pretty good on a savings account.
Is that's a CD?
Yes.
And what's the rate?
2.25.
Oh, really? 2.25?
It's pretty good.
What's the minimum?
I don't know that because I'm over that. I don't remember.
Okay.
But that's why I wanted to get around it because I want that rate.
Okay. Listen, if aren't you convinced, Blake? It's just a fluke, right? It's not a fluke. That's a bad word because fluke means something good, but it's just an anomaly based on ignorance. I think I truly do.
Yes.
I call until I get the right answer.
Well, or you call Goldman Sachs and tell them what's going on.
Okay.
Because Goldman Sachs truly would do it. Now, we have not forgotten about this Flight for Life bill. We just don't know what to do about it. The guy owes $31,000. Cameron, he owes $31,000. What do? He's going to owe it. Now, usually they negotiate, or you have a bankruptcy attorney call him. Dennis has a comment. Can you make that comment quickly? Dennis, please.
Yes. So I was in Nebraska one weekend, and they have an insurance plan called Air Med Care that is multi-state. You can join this at $100 a year, and there's no out-of-pocket expenses.
Okay. I mean, you got that out, but we're running out of time. We have another hour to go.
10 minutes till your next shot to win $1,000 on
They
Denver's
might
Talk
simply
Station.
not do it.
So,
Online bank.
Corey,
Yes.
who are you? I want to get to know
Who
you.
am I? Well, I'm a fourth-generation Colorado native. I thought I was going into the auto industry. My family's been in here in the auto industry since the 30s.
What auto?
They own a Studebaker dealership on the west side.
Was it called Prop?
No, it wasn't. Rubenstein. Ruart Rubenstein Chevrolet. We built the Ed Bozarth complex on South Havana. We did new American cars, GM, Cadillac, Buick, GMC,
So what else
Chevrolet.
did you do? So you didn't go into the car business. What did you do?
No, I needed a summer job, and I started in merchant services.
And
I
so
sold
how
cash.
did you get
the idea of doing it this way, or were other people doing it this way and you copied it, or what?
Well, no. So we're really tech focused. If you go to our company, securable.com, that's been around
So
for a
your
while.
company has always been doing low cost.
Oh, absolutely. Our entire value proposition for our integration piece is to preserve their initial investment into the point of sale systems that you see in the businesses.
And you allow white labeling, obviously.
Oh, sure, yeah, absolutely.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, I have no ego behind it. I really, honestly, our attrition rate is less than 1%, because.
Now, are we going to have? Tell us the obstacles we're going to have to entry. Are people stuck in contracts? Are there some stuck in contracts?
Yeah, so there's two types of contracts. There's old world contracts and new world contracts. Old world contracts you're going to see mostly with larger companies that are going to say, you know what, pay us an average of whatever that profit is per month times the amount of months that you have left on the contract. That's generally reserved for like cruise lines and.
But not many of those. Most of our small to medium size,
like smaller businesses, might be a little bit more gullible.
Are we going to run into people? Mostly that are tied to a contract.
Yeah, but then we have Cranac, who's going to get involved on the ones that are unconscionable.
Okay.
But you're going to generally come across $375 to about $500 in early termination.
Do we pay that, Mark?
Well, if it's someone like
Plumber. Oh no, they're going to save money. They're going to save money anyway. So what difference does it make? They'll save that in no time.
Usually, the cost of acquisition of that account for the merchant is going to be less than 1 month. You know, by the savings that we see. So I mean, it's going to be.
They're going to save that instantly.
Yeah.
You can show.
In most cases.
I'm going to write to very specific people you want me to, other than the mass.
Well, I'll tell you where it'll be great would be for plumb line.
No, I'm going to right now.
The equipment within itself would be the best.
Yeah. Especially the mobile equipment.
Do most of the mobile ones now do all chips? Everything's chips, right?
There's nothing that we provide that is not compliant with the latest regulations.
Because you can really, my understanding is if you still swipe cards and someone does a chargeback, they don't even fucking blink now. They kill you.
I have a customer who sees he's got a franchise of 24 location restaurants. He sees about $1,000 per month per location in chargebacks. And it's the same people every month because they know they're getting away with it. Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, $150,000 on a weekend because a guy saw that they were swiping his American Express. So he got 2 cabanas next to the stage, brought all his boys in, got champagne, $50,000. He charged it back. They're suing him civilly, as they should, but
no chip.
American Express said it's out of our hands. You should have adopted the technology earlier.
Wow. No, they do that. But hey, eventually.
Like I say, they're going to get it civilly.
And your bongos. I just realized they put your bongos up on the stage, too.
He's going to be made a spectacle, especially in that town. I mean,
they sound good.
He's not going to be able to go anywhere.
Where'd they do that at?
Vegas. Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
Yeah, I heard about the discount the cash program a long time ago. That's how I met Corey a couple years ago.
Well, I mean, when you get into gaming, it gets difficult, and especially in casinos. Generally, each revenue center is their own entity to limit liability, and so there's a lot of costs associated with implementation in casinos. We really got our start in underserved industries providing advanced card products for native-owned casinos. And so we have a lot of experience there.
Is this sports gambling going to do anything for you out there?
No, most of that stuff's going to be cryptocurrency and, decentralized currency.
Because they're going to, I assume the casinos on that, are going to have to do it online.
Yeah.
Plus kiosks.
Yeah, but I mean, you've either got the bookies out of Costa Rica that have
but this is Colorado's gaming.
Well, I mean, we still have a lot of bookies from Costa Rica here in Colorado that have feet on the street or collect it, and they do it all online and then they ship it. Yeah. And then you'll have some decentralized cryptocurrency to combat, fiat and Fed. And then you're gonna have some legitimate, bookmaking, but it's not gonna be.
I was talking at a casino last night.
Like in Vegas, so it's all cash. You can't go up to a casino and use your credit card to place a bet.
I'm sure you can.
No, you can't.
It's just like getting
so
you can go up to the teller and get cash on your credit card, but but you can't go place a bet on your Visa.
Vantiv just got approved a couple of years ago to put terminals on the blackjack tables.
Yeah, but you're still betting dollars. You're not.
Oh,
betting,
right.
Yeah.
You're not betting credit.
You're still
It's
converting.
essentially advanced.
Yeah, it is an advance.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It'd be cash in
Hey, kiddos.
That's so expensive.
If he gets back on air, don't open your sandwich because it makes too much noise.
It's going to be $100.
Noisy sandwiches.
I talked to the casino.
Well, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
They say unless they do a redo, it's going to fall under the same thing.
See, they do horse betting out here. You can bet any amount, though, so I don't understand that.
Well, I mean, you're not going to walk into Arapahoe Park and or the off-track
12 without peppers.
off-track place on Havana and Isla with $1 million.
No, but you can bet 500.
Oh, yeah.
But if you go up to the casinos, you can only bet 100.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I bet they fall more under that.
That's what she had said.
But that's on table games. Up at the casinos, I bet that it's going to be a little bit different. They'll
Wait,
adjust
number 9.
They have to. Who's going to bet $100?
Yeah. Table games,
like a lot of people will, but plus you can make multiple.
I want a name. Get him on the phone.
Tom, do you need another water? Are you okay?
Who's this guy only betting $100?
All right.
I agree, it should be more, and maybe we'll do it and stuff, but right now they say it's all one of the game.
He's handicapped.
I find it absurd.
Are there any horse tracks still going on?
There's a horse track out here. What's it called?
Arapahoe Park.
Is there people there anymore?
Oh yeah. I love horses.
And you can bet other places.
I just got back from 2 weeks in Ireland and did a private tour of the National Irish Stud. There was I'm really vain.
Better than dog racing?
I used to go to that, what's that? Dave and Buster's. We'd go up there during, the big races and shit.
Yeah.
That's gone now. It's a refrigerator outlet or someplace.
What? Dave Buster's?
Yeah, it's gone, man. It's a huge appliance center. Ginormous.
How far? I-25.
It's off of Santa Fe.
Dave Buster's at I-25 in Colorado.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was called Red Jerry's.
Oh, okay.
Not David.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. We have an hour to go, plenty of time to take your calls on problems, questions, and complaints. Anything we can do to make your life a little easier, we will do. 303-713-TALK is our phone number, and you get right through. If you're listening online or you're listening at different times because of our podcasts all over the place, plus, of course, you have YouTube Live and Facebook Live, and then we archive those. You can call 303-MARTINO at any time to get help, information, or referrals. Just call, leave your number, and we will get back to you. Now, Jeff has a problem with Happy Home Remodeling Service. We're going to talk about that right now. And then I want to remind you, honest to God, if you're in business, you will save money. There is absolutely no reason, not one reason not to call, because you'll save money on credit card rates, period. You will. The lowest fees, free equipment, and no long-term contracts. It's that easy. The company's called Merchants First, and Mark and I started it. We started it for our referral list members, and then we thought, you know what? Let's open this up because we were sick and tired of getting calls from people who were ripped off by their credit card processors. You know, it was like all you had to do was hook up with a credit card processor. They would go out and resell this. They'd add thousands of dollars. They'd make you to sign long-term contracts with penalties, and they charge you for this equipment and high fees because they add on their commissions. None of that. No commissions, no fees, no sign-up fees, nothing. No equipment charges, no long-term contract. You will immediately start saving money. It's that easy, and if you don't do it, I don't know what to do. We're trying to help both consumers and businesses.
Corey, you guys can customize into different websites and stuff, too. I mean, you guys...
Free.
Yeah, this is our backbone we're talking to. But, I mean, really, any kind of integration onto websites, we got it covered, right?
And free portable equipment even, right, Corey?
Yeah, we specialize in complete technology solutions for e-commerce and card-not-present marketplace, while also supplying a full range of services to card-present mobile merchants of every size, every kind. It really doesn't matter.
They do stuff, not our new company, okay, but his other company, his technology company, actually does all the cruise ships, right, or does one of the big ones.
Yeah, we've provided certain infrastructure and provided platforms for some of the world's largest organizations.
You can call us and talk to us now, or you can call this number direct, 866-966-HELP, 866-966-HELP, or savingonfees.com. Now, savingonfees.com. Jeff, he hired, what did you hire this contractor to do?
I hired him to finish our basement, and I got him through Home Advisor.
Oh, my God. Do you know what? Almost every single complaint we're getting now is from Home Advisor. Almost every one of them. Do you know why? Because they don't care who's a member. They just, if you have a pulse, you're a member. So here's the deal. Please, from now on, all I ask, we'll help you any way we can, but go to referralist.com and avoid this crap. You found them on Home Advisor. They called you. You signed them up. Tell me the problem.
So I've given him just under $23,000 already per contract of getting everything done.
All right, so you paid. You paid as you went, right?
Yeah, there's a breakdown, like 25% that you give at certain times of the project.
So when did it start breaking down?
Man, probably the first week was the first dead sign because they started a week later than they were supposed to.
All right, tell me this: what percent of the job is completed in their minds?
Well, according to him, he said since there's no money left in the job, it's complete.
No. What I mean is, did you have a contract that specified a certain scope of work?
Oh, yeah.
Is that work done?
No.
Okay. What percentage of that work is done?
Maybe 70%.
Okay.
Depending on how much you have to go through and fix on electrical already.
Now, in order to fix and complete to what it was supposed to be originally, not the Taj Mahal, what would it cost?
I'd say probably looking at about $6,000 to $8,000. So.
Okay, so let's say you're $8,000 out. That's what this guy, he's into you for $8,000. When he says he's out of money, it's not his fault. It's complete. How does he justify that? I'm not asking if you agree. I am asking you to help me understand it.
I couldn't help you understand it. He's been hiring subcontractors, and they've been threatening me and my wife with liens against my house because he's not paying them for the work that they're doing at my house on top of it. So this last Sunday,
how much was the entire contract for?
Just under $27,000.
Okay, wait a minute. So you're $8,000 behind. You still owe $4,000, so you're only $4,000 behind.
Well, and then I've also had to spend almost $4,000 on my own materials because he ran out of funds.
Well, see, then you didn't answer me correctly. I wanted to know. Okay, 70% done. It will take more than $8,000 to finish because you have to reimburse yourself. So you bought materials that were specified in the contract.
Yes.
How much in materials?
Almost $4,000.
So now you're $12,000 behind.
Yeah.
To be whole, $12,000, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't reconcile with 70% done. But okay, that doesn't matter. Here's the deal: take $12,000 and minus $4,000, you're $8,000 out because you would have had to pay him $4,000 if he completed it.
Yep.
So $8,000 would make you whole. Let's figure out how to get $8,000 from this guy. Okay, I'm going to ask the obvious question. Since you went to Home Advisor, and you must have done that because there are tons of commercials, and we don't have tons of commercials on referralist.com, but we have some. Here's the deal. You went to Home Advisor, so call them and say, hey, I used your list. Now you need to help me. What do they say? I'm serious now.
Yeah, they said they put my formal complaint in against his company and said that within 3 business days, their customer service people will contact me to see if there's anything they can do to help.
Good. When did they contact you? Has it been 3 days?
Not yet.
Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to ask them exactly what they are doing and what you can expect from them, okay? Number 2, listen carefully. I want you to ask them what they're doing to make sure this doesn't happen again. 2 questions. And then get back to us. Okay. Meanwhile, let's give this guy a call and see what he's doing, or try to get him arrested because he violated the Contractors Trust Act. And you know what? In Weld County, it meant something. In Weld County, Jamie Bach is going to prison for 20 years. Think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to get my hats off to Weld County for this. I'm talking about the DA's office, not the other morons up there, and specifically Andrew Brown. The DA's office is solid with me. They do a great job. But here's what we're going to do. Clint, talk to Jeff off the air, and let's call this Happy Home Remodeling Service. They don't sound too happy to me.
Doesn't sound like a good happy ending.
No, doesn't sound like a happy ending. Did you actually say that? My God.
I did.
Lawrence.
Yeah, I'm 60.
Lawrence.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about this. What is happening?
Okay. My daughter, Vanessa, she's like 26 years old. She couldn't have babies, so she went through that in retrieval, or how do you ever say it?
I don't know. There's several processes, but
in vitro.
Is it in vitro you're talking about?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, then so we went through all of this, the surgeries and everything they had to do. Then they put the eggs in her because she had them frozen.
Yes.
And then it lasted about a month, and then they said the eggs died or something.
Yeah.
So right now we just started a GoFundMe on my other daughters, but she only has Facebook.
Now, GoFundMe to do what, sir? To help your daughter pay her bills, or to do it again?
To do it again.
Okay. What clinic are you, Lawrence?
Bills, but we're just,
I understand, Lawrence. What clinic are you going to?
I think it was a hospital out in Broomfield.
Okay. You know, there are some clinics. There are some clinics better than others at this.
Yeah, but she already went through surgeries. They scraped her out and this and that, and it was just been heck.
No, I'm asking, though. She doesn't have to go back to the same clinic.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
They probably have other eggs frozen, though, that she can use. I'm not quite sure how that works.
Let me ask you that. Do they have her eggs still frozen?
Yes, she still got quite a few eggs still frozen.
And so, do they say that her her womb is viable?
Yeah, they said everything was looking good, but then the eggs died. And then for them to do it again, they said she's going to have to pay more money because there's a certain procedure you got to do.
No, that's true. That's true. Listen, there's a lot of controversy on this topic and this procedure.
Why?
A lot. Oh man, I'll talk about it. But in any case, let's see if we can promote your GoFundMe if you want to. Hold on.
Weekdays 2 to 4. It's Michael Brown.
But
so this guy also
I'll tell you, Mark, in a nutshell.
Religion?
The implant 7.
Yeah,
so you get multiple births?
No, usually not. They take care of it.
Rocky Mountain Retro Foam is the best insulation you're ever going to see. Oh my goodness, how are you going to see it? Here's what you do. Go to this website and look at the video. I promise you, if you're getting any insulation or even abnormal insulation, you'll feel like inadequate because you're going to want this. FoamYourWalls.com. I'm serious when I tell you that Rocky Mountain Retro Foam state-of-the-art injection foam is the answer to fill every wall cavity, nooks, crannies. It goes around the wires, any pipes that are there, compresses existing insulation, and takes its place. It is unbelievable stuff. Never gets hard, maintains R value, doesn't outgas, environmentally friendly. Not only will you save up to 50% on your bills, listen to this one, it will make your home quieter up to 80%. It is simply the best. Okay, it is. FoamYourWalls.com. They do it from outside the house. They can do it in one day. 720-676-6333. 720-676-6333.
That's crazy. That's just going to have more issues because he said he has subcontractors coming after him.
Yeah, I know, but that's the lane. That's the lien.
Right. So isn't he going to have his make sure his contract is
that he has
viable?
A contract. If he has a contract, normally
6 solid leaves that look like little Terminator accounts on it.
I saw we got 50 hits up to the site, uniques. Once I start, we're going to hit those companies, but then after outside of that, the big one's going to be when I start running spots. And then we'll hit other areas too, man. I mean, we can sell anywhere, right?
Anywhere.
We don't do state.
Canada, right, in the U.S. Yeah, in the U.S. Canada's got their own set of rules. Europe's got their own set of rules.
You know what I say about the Europeans? Fuck them. What do you think about it?
You know what NATO stands for?
I think those wimps over in France, if it wasn't for us, those little fuckers wouldn't even be existing right now. Would you agree with that? We had to bail their ass out. Then they give us shit all the time now.
Now is the time to move into your
What's up with your people?
And the salary-based mortgage consultants at American
What do you think, Dan? You're Italian, right?
They've been around for 20 years.
Just like 25%. What was the question?
What's the rest of your
Yeah, so my grandmother's a Pino they're from Sicily. Then I have Jewish, I have Spanish.
Well, what's your next? If you're 25%, what's the next highest?
Would be Spanish and Jewish.
Which percentage-wise? Did you do the 23andMe shit?
I haven't done it yet.
Oh, so you're totally guessing.
Yeah, well, yeah. Then my wife is adopted. So we're going to do that for her because, man, she found...
We did it. It's badass. It's
Are you? Which is that the best one? 23?
I don't know.
Is that the best?
I did 23andMe or what's the other one?
Ancestors.
You know, I did 23. I did 23.
And you're happy with that?
Ancestry and the Nat Geo one, and all of them came back almost identical.
Are you serious?
Twice, just to see.
3 of them. Yeah, 3 of them.
You want to hear a funny story?
Wow, that's
this
crazy.
Is true. He bought one on a Groupon. Okay, it was one you never heard of for $20, $20, and it basically asks this: where do you think you're from? So he put down where he thinks he's from, and it came back. Guess what? You're right.
Did you have any relatives for it?
$20.
Did you find any relatives? Did you really?
I don't think they can even process the text. You know what I mean?
Debbie doesn't know anything. Debbie doesn't know anything. She did find information on herself because she worked at the same hospital that she was born.
Suzanne then went out and hooked up on all these other ones
be friends with the
that
records room
take your
and she found some
23andMe data
information on her mom's
and
name.
then extrapolate it.
But she wants to find out. She can't
Are
find
we
it.
up?
Yeah. Jesus.
All right, 3037-138-255. You want any more information on cutting those credit card fees, you have to check out savingonfees.com or call 866-966-HELP. Tom, I am so freaking glad we got this kicked off.
No, I know people are going to be pissed off at us because, you know, it's kind of not fair. And, well, here's what I mean by not fair. We have a living, a good living. We do what we do. So this is not our primary job. So we started a company just to cut fees. I mean, so what? I did that with the phone company years ago, years and years ago. Of course, nowadays everyone has cells, but years ago when I started Liberty Bell, everyone was getting raked over the coals. And I started that company for just a few $1,000 and let everyone have exactly, I think I added $1 or $2 to each line and sold it. And then, man, were phone companies pissed off. I remember my ads used to say, they said I couldn't use Quest or Comcast. Comcast wrote to me and said, you better not use us. And Quest said, you better not mention our names. So I said, request Liberty Bell and Comcast your vote for the best phone service. Anyway, it was funny, wasn't it? Anyway, so that was back then. And
so you were busting balls back then?
No, and we're busting balls now with the credit card processing, honest to goodness. So feel free to call 866-966-HELP or savingonfees.com.
Real quick, you realize we're less. Costco offers this crap, too. Okay?
Oh, do they?
Yeah, guess
Are we
what?
less than them?
We're way less than Costco.
Well, look at the operation they have to fund. We don't have to fund anything. No, I'm serious, by the way. We're making some money on it, but it's not a lot. And I'm going to start doing the same thing with consumer financing in the near future because you need to get a loan for a furnace. They knock your face off.
Or pay off credit card debt.
That's right. Anyway, so let's talk. Jeff, we're calling that contractor as we speak. And one thing, though, that was brought up with Jeff is he's got subcontractors coming after him. Remember, there's lien protection in Colorado. if you have a contract with a general contractor, if it's your primary residence, and if you can prove payment in full. Here's the unfortunate thing. He can't prove payment in full. Well, he could argue he paid in full because of the additional money. He could argue that. Lawrence wanted us to plug his daughter's GoFundMe site for in vitro. Look, we don't normally just do this, but we do it. You know what I'm saying? If people call us, what the heck, it's not going to do any much harm. But in general, so many people have GoFundMes, and
it's kind of an odd one, honestly.
Yeah, she wants a child. And again, like I said, there's a lot of mixed feelings about these procedures.
Why?
Well, because, and I don't want to get into, I'll let Lawrence first talk about what he wants, and then when he goes, I'll do it. I don't want to put him on the spot. Lawrence.
Yes.
Do you know the GoFundMe site for your daughter? I'll let people make up their own minds.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I'm not too savvy of this, and my daughter texts it to me, so
can you
I wouldn't even know.
Did your daughter
text it to you?
Yeah, you texted to Daphne.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I'm not too smart at this.
All right, hold on. Daphne, have him text it to you. Well, Mark, here's the thing. 303-713-TALK is our number. We have plenty of time to take calls. Again, I'm not getting involved in this, but
my sister-in-law went through it, and they got a beautiful baby.
Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying that it's controversial in some circles.
Why?
And here, because they, first of all, they take eggs and fertilize them.
Yep.
And implant them.
And freeze them.
Well, no. They fertilize them when they implant them. The eggs they freeze are not fertilized.
Got it.
I don't think they are.
Okay.
I mean, I think what they do is at the time of in vitro, at the time of putting them in, they fertilize them, inject them in, and hope they take. But they put 7 or more, 5 to 7.
Oh, I see where you're going.
Okay.
And of course, you don't have 7 kids.
No. And well, hold on. The best thing would be for nature to pick the one that survives.
The strongest, yes.
The 1, 2, or 3, or 4. That would be the best thing. I mean, everyone would agree on that. That's the best thing. But it doesn't always happen. So you may have 5 viable, 6 viable.
Got it.
Or not viable because there's too many. So they have a procedure they like to call selective reduction. Now, again, I'm not preaching to you people.
That's a nice name.
That's what they call it. Okay. Selective reduction, they call it. So there are people that are hell-bent against it. There are others that are not. They say, look, I want beautiful babies. So, again, this shows full transparency. We talk about everything. So that's what it's about. And I just want people to know the issues surrounding things, not necessarily that I'm going to try to get you, to feel one way or another. That's not my job. My job is to keep you from getting ripped off, lied to, and cheated. If it was another show on another venue, I might be able to talk about other stuff, right? Yeah, I don't think it's appropriate. Just like, I think that in a way a lot of movie stars and celebrities take advantage of their celebrity when they do that. They hoodwink you into, I don't know, to talk shows, and then all you hear is a political speech. I don't necessarily think, I mean, everyone has a right to think anything they want and to preach it. But I think it's kind of tricky if I get you here and say, I'm here to help you all, and I prove to you through solving problems and answering questions and providing great commercials about great things. I think I trick you if I then say, here's how you should vote on this, and here's why, and if you're progressive or if you're conservative, you're an idiot because of this, or if I say to you, this is the only way to salvation. I mean, I'm saying it's not the venue. I'm not saying it's, this is not the venue. And a kind of tricks like people used to trick you into Amway meetings, Hey, can you come over tonight? I got this important issue, this business proposition me and my buddies are going over. You think, oh, hey, this might be an investment. And, you're hit at the door with some bottles of soap. I'm just saying I'm just saying that that's the trick. I don't like that kind of stuff. Do you?
No. Have you ever had a neighbor that's always trying to peddle crap, though? I've had neighbors in the past.
It's network marketing. That's what it's all about.
It's crapola.
Yeah, well, I mean, whether it's crap or not, I guess Amway products actually were pretty good, and so were. I mean, all of these products.
Yeah, but you go to Costco and buy the same stuff for a lot less.
Well, here's the deal: all products and services could have value and merit. The thing that I have against, I've said this before, Mark, the thing I have against network marketing, I swear to God, I used to use AMSOIL. Now you can buy synthetic oil anywhere, okay? Now, of course, the AMSOIL people are going to tell you can't buy that. That's going to be the special, the only, the blah, 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 blah. Okay, but what I'm saying is AMSOIL, I used to use it a lot.
It's
I
good
loved
stuff.
It. Oh, my God. Back when there were no other synthetics, this was the shiznits. Okay, so I go to buy it, and I get hit up every single time to be a distributor. I don't want to be a distributor. You get a wholesale, you know. And here's what they would always do, whether it was Amway or whether it's AMSOIL or whether it's Mary Kay,
Tupperware.
No matter what the hell it is, when it's network marketing and I just want the product, they put more emphasis on being a salesperson than buying the product. I don't even know how they move product because they talk more about the process than the end product. So, but here's the real pain in the ass right now, okay? They always give an example, always, of the guy on a beach in Tahiti making $90,000 a month sitting on his ass. And I'm thinking, let me get this straight. The entire goal of all of these people being recruited at your seminars and your big rallies is so they can sit on their ass on a beach in Tahiti and make $90,000 a month. Well, guess what? If that's your attitude, if you're all working to sit on a beach, who's selling? You know, because that's exactly what they're doing. They're working to get other people to sell for them so they can sit on their ass. Yet there's no one selling for them because they want to sit on their ass. So they're trying to get other people to sell for them so they can sit on their ass. So you have a whole bunch of hopeful people sitting on their asses, hoping to sit on their ass.
It's a hell of a marketing campaign.
Yeah, you're recruiting people who don't want to work.
This is Denver's talk station with Ross Kaminsky in the morning and Dan.
I didn't hear you what?
We've had neighbors that sell everything. God, man.
I got a friend who became
candles, adult toys, you fucking name it.
That's really what you have with multi-level marketing.
Yeah.
Can I plug in somewhere? Can I plug in somewhere?
Yeah, right in between.
In between, okay.
Do I have a spot coming up? Okay. Integra, short.
Who's on first?
I don't see it.
No, who's the first?
Did you get it? It's right there, bro.
I see. Yeah, I see right here.
Oh, okay. There's one there too. Good.
No, who's on first? Lawrence.
Do we have enough cords here?
What?
That's
What?
I don't want to.
No, what? What's on third?
Got it. I got it.
Here, let me scoop one of these women. If I unplug you, Dan,
Who did that
take
big
you
bag?
offline.
Was that Artie?
We're good.
We're
good.
This one, yeah, this is a big
Okay,
deal.
his won't fit. Did you
We're
get
good.
it?
Boy, they would have been
We're good,
something
I'm
to see in the
Oh, you got in
Yeah,
somewhere?
we're
Okay.
Okay, guys. There was a movie, a biography on Laurel and Hardy, which was good.
I gotta see that.
It's out. You can rent it, I think. Or
Did you finally get to go see Joker?
Integra Insurance. That is a company everyone needs. They are insurance brokers, health insurance brokers. They are licensed, certified, and an open enrollment center for the exchange. So they can sell you anything on the exchange or anything off the exchange. But here's the real deal. They're the experts. They search all of these plans to come up for the right one for you. And here's the main deal. You don't pay a dime more using them. So why wouldn't you use these experts? Health insurance made simple and smart at no charge to you whatsoever. Open enrollment's November 1st to January 15th. Get on the horn right now. 303-466-5500. 466-5500. IntegraInsurance.com.
Your new earpiece? It's nice, but not putting your headset on now doesn't give us warnings that you're starting to.
I know. Oh, you're right. That's why. You're right. You're right. People don't know I'm talking.
Delicious and nutritious American
Said something about the Joker. You ended up seeing it?
Oh, God, is it good?
Did you see it?
Best freaking movie of the year by far.
What?
Joker.
I was supposed to go with some friends last weekend, and I just...
Oh my God! This guy, his descent into hell is portrayed perfectly.
Really?
Man,
he's wonderful.
If he's really not crazy, I'll be damned.
Joaquin Phoenix will get actor.
He is crazy. You know what? That's why he's so good at it. He is a nut.
No question.
You know what?
He's a good nut, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way anybody.
Remember Jack Nicholson?
Yeah.
Yes.
Before him.
Shining.
No, as the Joker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was almost as good, not quite.
He did a good job.
No, but this guy.
My wife worked.
He even walks weird.
Just like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife worked in mental health facilities and nursing homes when she was a nurse.
Is that where you guys met?
Yeah.
He was so skinny. Oh, go ahead.
I was skinny when we met. Anyway,
I met him. He lost 58 pounds.
Oh my God! Yeah, well, Keen Phoenix, you can see his ribs. Really got into it.
He's so good.
Anyway, my wife loved it because she said he portrayed mental illness perfectly.
Oh, he does. His
Oh, you're good.
You know, that's a
good, Mark.
That's a real.
Fuck, that's really good.
He just starts doing that shit on the subway.
believe that condition, really?
Yeah, look it up. She said it's a real condition.
You're a real joker.
The people, they laugh or cry, both, inappropriate times. It's a real.
How about that card he hands out? I'm going to have a card made that explains Dan to people. So when they sit down in here, it'll say,
he has a card that says
please don't pay attention to Dan.
Okay, hold on. Here's the real disorder. It's actually, okay, this is Health Magazine. It is called, hold on, it is called,
Joker.
No, the disease is called, according to Mayo Clinic, PBA.
PBA, yeah.
Yeah, but that's got to stand for something.
These are commercials about it.
Hold on. Here it is, PBA. It's called...
You haven't seen it yet, have you?
No. I haven't seen it either.
It's called
Pseudo-bulbar?
Yeah, he's playing Donnie.
It's called pseudo-bulbar. Bulbar.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Pseudo-bulbar. It's PBA.
Yeah, he just starts laughing.
Yeah. I had a guy that worked for me.
It's not quite...
Tourette syndrome.
It says, but they're prone to expressing
They also cry.
All emotion. Laughter can often turn into tears, and uncontrollably crying can go to laughter. So it's weird. Huh? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, embryos, by the way, are frozen.
It's
not just the eggs; it's the embryo.
Okay.
Which makes sense, because then you have the viable.
We learn every day in here.
Yeah, because you could even implant them in a surrogate.
It is fun. I love learning. So I learn so much every day.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
That's why I was questioning you guys what's going on.
Like chicken eggs. You got a chicken, and you got a rooster.
God, you haven't seen that yet.
What the fuck's the hen?
You gotta think that.
Who's having sex?
Who's having sex with the hen?
We're all having.
Yeah, like he goes. What were they? The little game birds. Cornish game birds. You got the chicken. You got the rooster. Who's having sex with the hen? I'll tell you what's always fucked with my brain is those damn donkeys, man. Because they can't reproduce, but they're everywhere.
Donkeys can, mules can.
Mules can. But they're everywhere. How do they keep coming around?
Because it's burros and horses made.
Donkeys and horses, yeah.
So not one mule is ever reproduced.
No.
There's not even an anomaly.
Not even an anomaly.
They're GMO'd to be pack.
I wouldn't say
pack
never.
animals.
Never say never, but mules are a help.
Those poor bastards.
My crazy sister.
How would you like to go through your whole life and never bust a nut?
Well, I think they're doing it. They just can't produce. So I think
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. What am I hearing? Oh, it's my computer. Doggone it. I got my computer playing. Yeah, I had a website up looking at some stuff here. We were looking up that Joker disease. It's a real disease, the PBA. Pseudo-bulbar or whatever it's called, the inappropriate laughter and crying, by the way. Richard, what's happening?
Hello, sir.
What's going on?
I had needed a paint job done on my house. I called you for a referral. You gave me Steve, the painter, phone number. He came over, did an excellent job. Best part about it, no money up front, paid when the job is done. Fantastic job.
He is. I got to say something
Richard, thank you for telling us that.
He came over and did some touch-up work for us, and they are just so affordable to work with, man. They're incredible.
But they're also meticulous perfectionists.
You know what they do
Which is good.
Yeah, oh, I know. The work was unbelievable. You know what they do occasionally, and you might call and ask them, but if you buy the paint, they'll do like 3 rooms for $200.
Yeah, that's a special they run once in a while. By the way, Renew Home Innovations is the one doing the bathroom showers. The one's called, somebody's asking about it. That's why I'm telling them. It's the new one, Renew Home Innovations. They call this National Bath and whatever month. So I just want to tell you, it's Renew Home Innovations. Right now, there are 40 projects left. They went through 10 of them yesterday. Now, they're not finishing them all in that time, but they have these crews out, and they've committed to 100. They're down to 40, and they're giving a free toilet away, this Kohler toilet, and also they're giving away, or they're reducing, they're giving a, what is this? Let me just find I got to find the reduction in price. It's amazing. That's 20% off, and that's a real 20% off, and that special Kohler Cimarron toilet, and then so give them a call if you're looking for this, or just go renewhomeinnovations.com. All right, so let me basically tell you that we have lines completely open at 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. We have with us Corey Kropp, who's been in the credit card processing business a long time, and we partnered with him to bring you a credit card processing company that'll save you money. Now, people don't realize this, but merchants pay a lot. When they take a credit card, they don't get reimbursed 100% on the dollar, plus they pay a fee for each transaction, plus they pay for the equipment and all of that. We're not charging any of the traditional fees like that, and they're all cheaper, and there's no long-term contract, and all of the equipment is free. So, Corey, could you educate us until I want to get a phone call. If you have one, 303-713-TALK, I'll take you right away. I want to know about the credit card industry. I don't know I want a complete primer.
I want to know about the cash discount too.
No, I want to know about the primer right now. Here's what I want to know. When I process a credit card, I want to know everything. That card is my lender's promise to pay. Then I pay the lender. Okay. They swipe that card and it goes through a processor. We're getting into that business. Explain up the line where it's actually funded. How does it work?
So there are 3 main columns to the transaction, if you will. Each column has different roles and responsibilities. There's the issuers, the networks, the acquirers. The issuers are who you're talking about. They issue the cards. It would be like Chase,
and they actually fund them, right? They fund the purchases.
Yeah, they're assuming the
bank's
credit risk. Yeah, and they're generating reports.
So you have the issuer. In this case, let's take an example. Capital One would be an issuer. Chase would be an issuer. Okay, Barclays is an issuer. Okay, then what?
Then there's
That's the top level, the issuer, which we could call the banker.
Sure.
Or the lender. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
And then there's the acquirers. That's on the other side. They're signing up the merchants. They're underwriting the merchant risk, providing the processing, handling
what are they
authorization. Acquirers. That's our position.
Okay.
Merchants first.
I call it processing, but it's an acquirer.
Yeah.
So we go out and try to get merchants to sign up, and we mark up the services so we can pay, and then we're like wholesale distributors. We're distributors for the issuer.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
No?
So, yeah. We bring on those merchants, we assume their risk, handle the authorization, manage the capture and the settlement of the transaction, and then there's the networks that bring that together. They help develop products.
We contract to those networks.
Yeah, and yes, to run our applications over those networks to get those approval times. And
so where does like Visa and MasterCard come in?
Yeah, like if you have a Chase Visa or Chase MasterCard, good question. Who are they? Who are they?
They're a regulatory body. They sit at the top. They look at risk twice a year in April and October.
Do they make money on every transaction?
Every transaction.
Okay, so Visa, MasterCard, they make money on every transaction, and then the issuer, the bank, the lender makes money on every transaction, and then the acquirers make money on every transaction.
The smallest portion of that transaction.
Right.
By far, that's the interchange.
What people call processors. Okay. And then what?
So the largest cost component to a transaction is that interchange that's published for everybody to see. You can go to Visa.com, MasterCard.com, see those rates published for everybody to see. Now,
so if you have a Visa card, no matter who you got it through, that Visa gets a certain percent of every swipe. Visa itself.
Visa themselves
and the bank,
and
the lender,
networks.
and the Yeah, and the networks and the acquirers, everyone.
Everyone gets a portion, but everybody has different roles and responsibilities. But the largest cost component of that merchant transaction is what's going to the issuer and to Visa and MasterCard.
And that's what's the interchange?
That's what's called interchange.
Now here's what I want to know. $1 on a credit card transaction, average, not counting special cases, average, how much of that dollar is deposited into the merchant's bank that he gets to keep?
Well, that's kind of a trick question.
Average in the industry.
Average, we're looking at if you're going to take an effective rate across, an entire payment period, processing period, you should be probably around to that 2.5% to 3%.
So 97% I get to keep as a merchant in the average industry with average fees.
Yes, with average fees.
Okay.
Average fees. But debit cards are regulated now from Dick Durbin, the senator. He put together the Durbin what's been dubbed the Durbin Amendment to regulate those transactions, and now those are the cheapest cards to take. Then you get to American Express or business cards or cards that are giving you more rewards for those transactions.
We'll do more right after. First, hold on now. Steve has a quick complaint here. I got to take a break, Steve. What's your complaint, sir? Steve?
Yeah.
You got a complaint, sir?
Okay.
Not very well. Hold on. Try to reestablish your connection, okay? We got more coming right up.
Now, Impact Traffic.
What do I have here? By the way, then I can use the rest of my time.
So they do drop a dime.
They do bust it.
They do mules too, but they're sterile though, right?
Because of the chromosome differences.
Who do they do it with?
Whoever they want.
Anything that will hold still.
Actually, they say that they're very...
Your forecast for today, plenty of sunshine this afternoon, a high in the mid-60s, will cool off to the low 40s overnight.
I know somebody had mules that God, they're tough. They don't ever get sick.
It's 57 right now in Denver.
They never get sick?
No, they just not never get sick like horses do.
630 KHOW.
Because of that, the chromosome differences.
I don't know.
Horses aren't that smart in general.
No, they're not. I mean,
they got to be smarter than a cow.
I don't know, actually. I don't know.
Do you think a mule is smart?
Fix It 24/7 for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric drains. You know, George told me the other day how many times he's called out to a home that's told they need a new furnace, and it really doesn't need but a valve or an adjustment or something else, maybe just a good cleaning. And they do that for $39. They'll come out for new customers and show you what they have to offer because they spend 2 hours or more. They take out the blower motor, they adjust the burners, they clean everything, and they give a no breakdown guarantee. Of course, if ever there's a problem that you need fixed, they will apply that. And that goes for all of their services. If you have the $39 service call to find any problem, they will always credit you that money if you have the work done, which gives you a free service call. And of course, if not, you'll get a true diagnostic of exactly what's wrong. Fix It 24/7. I use them at my home. You can too. FixMyHome.com. And I do know these guys personally, the supervisors, the employees, the owner. 720-526-3939.
Hey Tom, somebody I know named Sherry has mules. He says they're smarter than horses.
Yeah, they probably are because they're a mixture. They're between a horse and an ass.
Yeah.
They're a hybrid. They have the best of each. Horses, what we call smart for a horse, is something very, very simple. I mean, just stupid shit. No, little things that for a dog it wouldn't be a big deal.
Well, that one though, that Mr. Ed, they taught him to fucking talk.
Yeah, he was smart. I think he was a mule.
So is the mule. Yeah, the mule was talked first. Remember the mule in those movies? That mule.
We have statistics to prove we sell your
You talking about a little puppet?
No, there was a talking mule.
Great market.
What was his name? He was in a bunch of movies back in the 50s.
You need a strong specialist on your side.
Talking mule. Yeah, he was
talking mule.
Yeah, he was around first before Mr. Ed.
1622. I personally negotiated.
Talking mule in the Bible.
There was a talking mule in the Bible? What was the name of the mule?
Francis the talking
Francis.
mule.
Yes. Francis.
If you run a small business, every penny counts.
Yeah,
Oh my God, there was a lot of movies.
Workers' comp insurance is a
Francis
big
the
deal.
Talking
That's why
Mule.
you need a workers'
Yeah.
comp
He
rate
talks in
check
court.
from High Insurance.
How many
Now
movies
available
was
for
he in?
small business owners in
Say?
your area.
God, he
Well,
was.
it's probably not the same mule.
Was it a movie or was it a series?
No, there were movies. But there was a whole. He was in a bunch of movies.
How about where the red fern grows?
I have no idea.
Where it grows.
Yes, it grows.
You'll know in just a minute if you're
That was
overpaying.
sad.
High
Yeah, it
Insurance
grows out of
built a
septic
better
tank.
way to make workers' comp a no-brainer with an easy online experience
it's a
and
TV series?
service. Pi's coverage is A-rated by AM Best and helps protect your business and your employees. Plus, it can save you up to 30%. Do yourself a favor. Find out if your small business is overpaying for workers' comp insurance. Check your rate today and see how much you can save at piinsurance.com. That's
He was funny too.
piinsurance.com.
Actually, funny back then wasn't that funny.
I still thought
Colorado.com.
it was
They
funny.
fix
He was,
dents without touching the paint. If you don't have paint damage,
He
go
became
to
a celebrity.
Flexident. They're
7
top-rated
popular
in the Better Business
films.
Bureau. They have
7,
great
okay,
reviews.
yeah.
It's like new. So go to Flexident if you have
That
any
makes-
hail
that's
damage
about right.
or dings. It doesn't take away from the value. You get a
Who was the
$500
talking
discount
Volkswagen?
for big jobs.
Herbie.
Martino listeners.
Okay, how about the flying car?
619-6273,
oh, wow.
619-6273. Flex a dent.
Chitty.
Colorado.com.
Bang Bang.
Chitty.
Chitty, bang, bang.
Bang Bang.
I used to love that movie.
Remember My Favorite Martian?
Oh, yeah.
What else?
That guy is still alive, I think.
Could be. You know,
The fucking Martian.
Really?
Or the, yeah, the Martian. I think he's still alive.
Wasn't he also on Lost in Space?
And he was
Yeah.
also in, oh man, with Spicoli. The,
Fast Times.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High. He was the teacher. Or the, yeah, teacher.
Mr. Hand.
Mr. Hand.
But Mr. Hand.
Oh, he's got
I'm
us
here
some
and
pizza.
you're here.
That's right.
Wouldn't it be our time?
What number do I
South
give people
Park,
when they
Mr.
call
Hand.
about the credit card?
866-966-HELP. 4357. Or savingonfees.com.
How hard was it to get that number?
It was very easy. I stole it.
Really?
I stole it from Tom.
You didn't have to pay a lot for it?
I think you've had 866-966 since 2000. So we've had it 18, 20 years.
You usually gotta
We
buy
had it through the Holly years.
Yeah, you usually gotta buy those really easy numbers.
It has survived lots.
Go ahead.
866-9660.
Did you have to buy it originally? Okay.
It has survived. I said it survived the
But
Holly
not a
years.
lot.
Oh.
You pay for a lot.
I thought they were kind of pricey, good numbers.
You know, I was lucky to get that one.
It's a good number. It's a really good number.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Let's get to the phones. Let's see if we can reestablish with Steve. I'm Tom Martino. Steve, are you there?
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
I can't believe it.
Oh, man. You're cutting in and out.
He must have a flip phone.
I told him his phone was not working.
What's he trying to say?
He's complaining about something.
What's his beef?
He's complaining about GoFundMe that you shouldn't. He would like you to help him fund his Ferrari.
Oh, I know what he means.
It's a
I
good
said
idea.
that. I'm taking a chance whenever I mention GoFundMe because there are too many people that have everything they want. I mean, it is difficult to choose. I figured the guy waited. He wanted to plug it. What the heck? But I understand what he's saying. I do understand it. So thanks, Steve. Michael's got a question. Go ahead, Michael. Go ahead.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, what's happening?
I'm in a nursing home for rehab,
Yes?
and I'm only going to get $30 a month from Social Security.
Wait, you only get, hold on, you only get $30 a month?
Yes.
He gets a lot more than that, but the nursing home, I assume, is taking the...
Wait, is Medicare paying for the nursing home?
I'm not sure about that yet.
Well, Medicare is separate from Social Security. So I don't know what you mean. Let's say you were not in a nursing home. How much is your monthly benefit?
$771.
Okay, $771. And you say if you go to a nursing home, they're taking $743.
Yeah, but they're feeding them, shelter, everything.
No, I'm just asking. Is that what we're talking? Excuse me, they're taking $400, right?
No, I only get $30 a month.
Oh my God, you're right. I was right then. They're taking $740 a month. Okay, but what is your question, Mike?
How are you supposed to live on that?
You don't live. Aren't you? Doesn't the place provide you meals? The place you're living in?
Yes.
Okay, and it's
not my lifestyle.
What's that?
It's not a lifestyle I want.
Well, it's not one I want either. I'd like to live the lifestyles of the rich and famous. So, Michael, what do we do about it? I'm serious. What do we do about it? It's not the lifestyle you want. I doubt it's the lifestyle anybody wants. I imagine anyone can have a lifestyle that that's not what they want. You get what you get. I mean, what can I tell you?
Okay.
Have you thought about working?
I've worked.
How old are you, sir?
53.
What? Wait, did you just say 5'3"?
Yes.
Are you still working?
No.
Are you disabled?
Yes.
What's your disability?
Various things that I'd rather not say.
Okay, well, I see, without knowing it, I don't want to make you feel bad because sometimes I say push through it, go to work. I don't know what's wrong with you. I just don't, Michael. I don't know. I swear to you. But at 53, the government's taking care of you the rest of your life, plus you're getting $30 a month on top of it. I don't know what else to tell you, but this is the only country where that would happen. And if you want better, sometimes you just got to, maybe you can't work for it. I don't know, but we don't get to all live the lifestyles we want. I don't know when people will come to grips with that. We don't always get what we want. Steve, I tried to summarize your complaint about GoFundMe, and I think I get it accurately. Are you back? Does your phone work now?
I'm good.
So
the way I look at it is, you know what? If she can't afford that procedure, you can't afford to have a kid. That's the way I look at it. I mean, hell, I'd like to set up a GoFundMe account and give me a Ferrari. Come on,
right.
I need a down payment. Can you
I
help me out?
I heard you. Okay, I imagine a lot of people feel the same way. Cecilia, you have an update.
Yes.
Your son's stuff was missing out of that apartment. We put Deputy Clint on it. Is there anything new on it? Like anything?
Yeah, I talked to the general manager.
Yeah.
Because the manager that was there at the time that was giving me the runaround.
Yeah.
He quit.
Well, what did we find out?
I found out one of the neighbors said that they saw him taking my son's chair out of the apartment.
I'm still waiting for
the neighbor. They're saying the neighbor took the chair.
Well, that'd be a whole new thing.
They're saying the manager took the chair out.
Oh, the manager.
The one that quit, the one that was giving me the runaround about getting in there.
You know what?
Well, that means he stole.
I would have him arrested. I would put a police. I would fill out a police report, Cecilia.
Can you imagine?
And the general manager, I talked to her today, and she said she will pay me.
Well, good. Follow this up, Deputy Clint, because we're running out of time. First, One Clear Choice Garage Doors. That's who somebody said, my spring just broke, Tom. You always tell us about this. I can't get in my garage. It's oneclearchoicedoors.com. Chappie and the gang, I call him. He's a former Marine, and it's a great place. Oneclearchoicedoors.com. So, we want to tell you about savingonfees.com, but we're out of time. Just remember, go there. If you're in business taking any credit cards, you will absolutely, positively save money. Savingonfees.com, and you're never going to get a cheaper one. No long-term contract. What else can I say? And, of course,